that esports, is it?
Nah, it really isn't. I mean,
Dude,
come
this ain't
on.
esports. This is a hobby.
Exactly.
Well, as long as I got everybody's attention, I'm going to go ahead and make this announcement right now. I've been waiting for about a couple weeks. Black Star and I kind of went over it, and I think it might be a good idea, but I want to go ahead and throw it out here today. So the first and foremost, we're going to start a thing called the Virtua Fighter Trainers Invitational. It's going to be 6 trainers, 6 students. It's going to be around 3 months period, and we're basically going to be battling out to see who's teaching is a sign of a really, really good teacher. The whole idea is the stipulation is we're going to pick people that are outside of the community. So if you feel that you're actually capable of training somebody within a 3-month period to have kind of like a big showcase championship, we're welcome to have you sign up, send an email to Black Star or me. The person definitely has to be dedicated. It can't be a monthly different flavor of the month game and they're going to leave you. So you have to look for that. They have to commit to 1 character. That's one of the stipulations. And must be completely new to the series that we don't know. So try to reach out to different communities if you know people that are interested but never really had a chance because it was too much to learn by themselves. So basically that's what's going on with that. And just get back with us, guys.
All right.
Yep, this sounds pretty hype actually, because
Yeah,
I already know a couple people who might be willing to get into that as far as new players. So I really like to see how they come, and get better. Kind of Pokemon style.
Yeah, that sounds like fun to me.
How many super effective jokes are we going to make during the fight?
Oh, I already know he's got a couple already.
Super effective.
Does no damage anyway.
Silly Pokemon joke I can make.
Well, no. Some of the stuff that I was thinking about going over. I don't know if you guys are familiar with or not, but I was kind of looking at some of the stuff. I didn't go over all of it, but let's look at some of Pai's stuff to look for. Okay, we know Pai's like an 11-frame puncher. Like her 12-frame punishments. Like her P, her 2P. She can go for like the 3PK, which is that 12-frame mid. This is really good. She's got 4-6KK, which is a knockdown that leads to OTG or a meaty. She's got her 13-frame punishment, which is 6-4P, leaves her at +3 on hit. She's got the 3PP, which is her combo starter, leaves her at +2. But she has that option with either doing the big, going under the high with the uppercut, or a ton of different options with there. 14th frame, the elbow class. She's got the TNK combo, which is amazing. You really have to kind of beef up and get that type of stuff going on. She's got the 9K starter, which leaves her at +1.
But if you're using it as a Punisher, you could just do 9KK and get the knockdown.
I don't know if 9KK is available at 14 frames. That's what
if you can land a 9K, you can land a 9KK.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Didn't know that. Thanks.
The problem with that is you don't throw it out randomly, because if the 9KK is blocked, it's like -19 or something gross.
Yeah, I was kind of leaning more towards when you block it like a minor counter hit, you're on block where you get the 14 frames to work with. Stuff to look for during the match. And, Black Star and I talked about doing this type of stuff later on down the road where, before the match starts, maybe we'll go over moves that, we think or, maybe the audience thinks what they should be using in certain situations to get the max damage out of that. Or, what to look for on block. So it gives the audience who doesn't know maybe a better idea of what to look for during the match rather than just kind of sit around and wait for things. And it makes the match more interesting.
I'm curious, thinking about that, kind of to go into that right now, because one of the players is using Vanessa. I honestly don't know if we're going to see more defensive or offensive stance Vanessa.
Well, I talked with James Kenobi, and I actually trained him a little bit, which is the little bit of information I knew about Vanessa, and he is going to stick with the defensive stance for tonight. And I'm hoping he sticks with it. I really leaned him towards Wolf, but he wanted to stay with Vanessa. So, it's all on him. And, Vanessa players are hard to find, but then again, you're learning 2 characters, so that's really difficult, in my opinion, for that.
Yeah, you're going to see a ton. You should be seeing a ton of 3PK from Pai then, if she's in defensive.
Yeah, definitely.
Because that blows up pretty much all of her Sabakis. And just, especially even a minor disadvantage, just blows up a lot of stuff in general. So it could shut down a lot of her options at range 0.
Hey, Tim, you in the room?
Yeah, I'm here.
No, in actual, the Xbox room.
Oh, no. Go ahead and send me a...
I'll put my gamer tag in the chat.
I'm thinking with Shadow playing, we're gonna see a lot of the little swallow kick thing, because he likes to throw that out there.
Probably.
Yeah.
So I don't know. He seems like, I don't know. When I played him like once. I wish I could play him more, but like the few times I did play him, he's like pretty defensive. So and it's pretty bad in this game. So it's like you can get smothered.
Yeah, he's got some
definitely
solid defense.
Yeah. Definitely not going to count anybody out. The only thing I will say before this match starts is that Shadow Lord was playing Diablo 3 throughout the whole week, so just leave it at that.
I don't know. Maybe that was secret training.
Yeah, maybe he has 2 Xboxes, one offline, one online, to create that type of ruse.
Yeah, he's like, oh no, I'm slacking off, but really I'm just training.
Yeah.
And to go back to what Shiny was talking about before at the last Raw, we had that idea of like, don't respect that player. You're here to, clamp onto that carotid and rip it out and watch it bleed. Yeah. And, the pre-match thing, from what I understand from Blackstar, I haven't heard it or watched it yet, is that he was kind of being real humble towards it, like he wasn't going to win. And definitely, guys, don't go for Eye of the Tiger. Go for that Ralph Macchio crane kick, whatever you need to do, dance in the eye. Get it done. Just get it done. Don't pretend that you're playing the AI that doesn't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Can't respect your opponent at all.
So be a Jackie.
No comment there, sir.
Okay. On that note, let me actually give like a proper introduction. What's up, guys? This is a real ghetto beginning because it's all my fault. Like, I went to get like some Mo's, like some food and stuff like that, and then came back and started kind of late. But what's up, y'all? This is Raw number 4. Black Star in the building, representing GamerArcade.com. You see me on VFTC over here in the chat, and we have Shiny. Well, is Shiny in there? Yeah, he's in here. So let's say what's up, Shiny. Shiny Brentford.
Oh, hey, what's up?
Okay. Also, we got the master MC right here, my sensei himself, STL Tim.
Yo, what's up, peeps?
We have Dipstick, Alloy Master himself. What's up?
Hello.
And a special guest from VF Live. Here is Crash'em 8000.
I mean, hey.
Oh yeah, definitely. Before we sorry to interrupt, Blackstar, but before we interrupt, we're definitely gonna crash them. If you want to take it away right now and let people know what's going on with you and your community. You got started.
All right. Yeah, actually, it started a year ago, but we're just now starting to get everything to where we want to move forward. But it's actually called VF Live, and we're on YouTube, which I'm pretty sure Blackstar can put links for that in the chat because I can't look at the chat and the game at the same time. But basically, VF Live is every Thursday and Saturday night at 9 p.m. Eastern. We have tournaments. And basically, we're going to start keeping track of stats, like, how many... basically, the more tournaments you win and the better you place, the more points you get. And at the end of a season, which a season is going to be 3 months long, at the end of the season, we tally up your points, and whoever gets the top spot is considered the champion. And... yeah, basically, Digital Samurai, he records every tournament he's actually present for and posts them onto his YouTube account. And we're actually really excited because we've actually been getting a lot of new players in, and that's really what our goal is to get new players in. Because while Raw is the personal side, like the I got beef with you, let's fight it out. VF Live is the sports side where you train during the week, you play with your friends, and you're ready to show everybody that you're better than them, but it's not, it's not a one-on-one, I got a problem with you thing. It's basically you against everybody else.
See, yeah, when you made that analogy, it really clicked to me. I was like, yeah, actually, that sounds pretty awesome because, you have, pretty much seasons going along. And VF Live, the acronym is VFL. It's kind of like NFL or something like that. So that's pretty cool. And then you have things in the work as far as keeping scores and tallies and seasons and things like that. Maybe. Yeah,
and we're actually going to be also handing out awards for best match of the night or best match of the season. Best comeback, or maybe if somebody had a awesome winning streak or something. So we're actually going to try and get out little extra things just to keep people you know, just to keep them excited and give them incentive to do better each time.
Yeah, man, we need more reasons for people to play VF. So I'm glad. Actually, what you're doing is like exactly what VF needs, and that's like events, things that people look forward to, because you know online can only bring so many people in.
Yeah, and actually, majority of the reason why we started is because VF has a lot of exposure on the West Coast, a lot of exposure in Japan, but the East Coast and online are just barren.
Pretty
And
much.
VF, literally, VF Live was started by like all players on the East Coast. Like we were literally all from the East Coast. We're like, oh man, nobody actually does anything. Like there's a thing in New York ever so often, but what about below New York? What about like the Maryland, Virginia, you know, so on and so forth? Because I'm actually from Baltimore, and there's no community there. I mean, I am the VF community from Baltimore. I don't even live there anymore. I just moved out.
Yeah. I know how it is. I'm pretty much the VF community for the entire state of Georgia, so you know I know exactly how that is. But okay, yeah, I'm gonna be sure to plug you in like later on as well. I'm gonna make sure people know about VF Live, and as well as like STL Tim's announcement, which he had made earlier, but I'm gonna make sure he makes it again so everybody hears it. But let me go ahead and get started with the match. To those who don't know, this is Raw number 4. This is Lefty Lizard versus Shadow Master. So we're gonna have like Vanessa versus Pi, and
It's gonna be interesting.
I hate to interrupt you, but can I get an invite to the room?
oh, yo, what's this? Oh, Dipstick.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get me. Oh man, my friends list is full, so you might have to send me a message.
Okay, so I'll just. What is it? Just Black Star or Black Star?
Black Star 84 lowercase I.
I'll send that out now. Thanks
Yeah, just send me a message. And I'll invite you in. But yeah, let me see if I can get Shadow Master and Lifty on the mic. Hey, because they're on chat, they're not on Skype, so see if we can get them to talk. Hey.
Wait, I just got on Skype just now while we're talking.
All right, so yeah, I'm sending the message now.
So okay, they got you on chat, so they can. I got chat to pick up on the stream, so they can hear you. So you know, if you want to say what's up, say what's up. That's Shadow Master, by the way, to the stream.
No, I've heard all your voices except for Dipstick. Even though I saw Dipstick win the Sega Cup, and it's nice to
The crowd's getting restless.
It has been a while.
Okay.
Blang, we don't care.
Okay.
Good to be here.
I want to see these two women fight.
Yo, okay. We gotta have
Vanessa
the
better
players
be Luke.
introduce themselves, Shiny.
Ready.
Yeah, man. But anyway, yo, okay, this, you know, the deep voice, like the one with the Barry White voice, that's Lefty. So, you know, there's...
This is James Kenobi.
Yeah, James Kenobi.
Lefty Lizard.
Lefty's got that cocoa butter. He's got that cocoa butter ready.
Okay. Oh, I should have did invite the party in game. Oh, yeah, this is a real ghetto start, so my bad, but...
Yeah.
We're gonna get it
Come on.
started
Yeah.
soon. Like,
That's
y'all
what
wanna
I
do
do
like
on
a
the
test
East
game
Coast.
or what?
Hopefully the last.
Oh wow, I got really nice
time
pictures
we
of this
were
room.
on
Damn.
like this,
Play some real games.
You seem to like seem a bit. It just seemed like.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, while we're waiting for them to start in there, we
Yeah,
have some.
You know, I kind of didn't prepare as well, but oh well. Like, if you want, how we're gonna do it is like you can do a test game, or we can just go ahead and get started with the first 10. So,
Okay, let's just get started.
you want to get started?
Yeah, we had our
do
little test match. I'll keep the result to myself unless
We're
Lefty wants to
focused now, so
display
they're
what
ready. So
happened.
let's just
You
start.
are
next.
All right. Oh, and just so you know, just to make the stakes even higher, like me and Kamais, we made a bet, like a literal bet, like with real cash money, with Canadian pesos, $10. He's betting on
Wow.
Shadow Master, and I'm betting on Lefty. So Lefty,
So you're
Take 'em
betting
out.
$10. He's betting like three and a quarter, right?
Oh, yeah. And it's not even community points or anything, or fun bucks. It's real money. Well, real Canadian money you can get anyway.
That VF high level cash, that $10, you could almost buy a steak dinner.
Yeah, that's like more than Sega. That's more than Sega dishes out for them Sega cups.
I don't know about that, but you know, because I won a little more in top 16 than that, but you know,
Nice.
just saying. But okay, we're gonna go ahead and get started with the first 10, and Shadow Master, go ahead and lose so I can get my money. And
Sure. Oh, sure. All right, whatever. Go ahead.
all right,
Yep, that's what I
all you need to use is 3 PK. That's all you need to use. Just space out and use that.
At the end, though. At full time, I do something specific.
All right. Too much chaos going on. Okay, all right. Let's get started with the match. All right,
I gotta get a drink for this. Hold on a sec, gentlemen.
Okay.
Yeah, let me get my water.
Well, y'all do that. I'm gonna go ahead and start the
Screw
first
water.
match.
What
So 3, 2, 1.
I drink water.
Alcohol is winners.
You drink Russian water. I drink American water.
I live in Missouri, my friend. We have that good old fluoride in our water.
Oh, okay. Well, see, I'm in San Antonio. Our water's so hard it leaves rust spots.
All right, game on. Oh no, Doritos taco shell.
Yo, first stage, really?
Cool Ranch.
With the forward throw and down kick to the -6 punch. Low punch backdash, mid kick backdash. Counter hit. Oh, good combo. What's gonna happen?
that's pretty
Throw with punch, low punch with counter hit kick. Didn't get the throw. PK block. Oh, the blocking.
Sabaki.
No, he went for the throw. He ducked it. Uh-oh. No, can't throw that. Oh, and he goes for the throw. He's being nice.
This could be anybody's game.
Tail Tito is going to break it. No, he's gonna break it. Is there OT after this? Is there OT after this?
Nope.
And they wait, and he, oh, it's a time match, and Channel Lord wins the first one.
They seem tentative. I don't know if it's just the online that's they're trying to feel each other out. Or...
Oh,
Well,
knockdown
Lefty
PK.
doesn't do first attempts.
Oh, Veil Tito
Never.
is
This is
going to break
Lefty's
it.
first.
Oh, get away from the ring. Just kick.
Ooh, I hit side turn too.
Oh, can't combo to uppercut.
Yeah, Shadow's trying to bring it. Oh,
Shadow
okay.
gets the damage for the throws. He's got to be able to stop that. Got the mid kick. +3, and he's still
Oh,
going.
man,
He doesn't
Shadow
take
just
that
watched
+3.
that.
Yeah,
Watch that.
he had the small advantage on the wake up low kick. And he gave it up.
Shadow's not knowing how to handle that tackle. Lefty's just spearing every chance he gets.
Oh, now he's taunting him with the hand. Up, he's going straight to the low punch.
Oh,
Baki was gonna work. Did the down kick, pie, staples. Low kick, negative. Blocked it, good.
I'm waiting for some swallow
throw.
kicks.
Oh, staggered. He stood. Did do it. Oh,
It seems like Shadow has a bit of issue with spacing. Like he's with a lot of moves and
he's not
concepts.
confident. Yeah, confident in his guesses.
Yeah, he's definitely a long range person. Because he likes for you to like walk in to what he's doing.
Lefty plays Tekken.
Oh,
Lefty likes that Tekken style of just
Oh, God.
ready, just
Nope.
waiting, and then then going in with
wow.
Vanessa's.
-5 into an attack. And if you block that yip kick, you definitely got to hit back. Oh,
We got a lot more
don't
than
ring
that,
out.
but that might cost him. But he feels a
Okay.
little likely here.
This is ooh, nope. Negative backdash. He's stalling too much. He's respecting him too much.
Yeah, Lefty's getting it.
Yeah, that match was over a long time ago, though, but he ran it back.
Yeah.
Oh, +1. Yep.
'Cause, yeah, it seems like Lefty's picking up some steam.
-6. Didn't force any taku there on the wake up. Missed. Oh, it hit. That's that Reed Richards kick. Oh, punish that, please. Nope, no punishment there.
Can't punish with a throw.
Shadow Lord needs to engage that 3 PK, that 12 frame mid. That thing is ridiculous.
Yeah, Shadow's looking for too many throws that aren't actually there.
Yeah.
And it's
He's
not-
calling lag.
Now, there's nothing about lag when you're doing a throw at a range where it's just not going to hit, and you're not going to be able to grab. Highest port throw range is pretty poor. It's
That and the
just-
fact that those weren't throw situations. You know, call me crazy.
Well, none of them are launching at -9 or 6 either. He just always goes for the throw every time. He's not
Yeah.
launching or anything. It's like, oh, -6, throw.
It's like, I have a choice here. I can stand here, I can hit, I can launch on things.
And Lefty, Lefty, whether it's just he's planning this or he's just a barring out because he's like, well, I don't know what to do. Meow, 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 Vanessa. You know, he's just. attacking out, and that's
Well,
why
it's
the
working.
throws aren't working because he's at -6. You know, that's his choices: attack or block or evade.
I think Shadow, once he like, I think he's gonna get it together.
We'll see.
Well, he's definitely trying to play a moral game a little bit with it, but he's lacking a little bit of information about what to punish for Vanessa, or like situations where he does hit, he's not taking the initiative. So
He
he's kind
usually plays a lot different.
yeah, and it could be just the first time hitters, that type of thing, going on with online, a lot of people watching. So
I don't know though, because they didn't really seem too like intense. They're just like, oh, dude, this is fun.
Well, but there it is. There's one.
yep.
Oh, there you go.
He's looking a lot better here.
Stagger, launch, go.
There we go.
And-
There we go. Okay.
Finally, playing like a man. Let's see if he keeps it up.
And that's standing K for the 14 frame punch.
Oh, swallowed it.
Oh yeah, that's a bad, like we just talked about earlier. That did that big rim rocker that Vanessa 3
Come on, he could have gotten a lot more damage off of that.
Yeah, he really could have.
Like that could have
He
been
could have done a
with
couple
the wall. It could have been 100 damage.
Yeah.
Oh, got him to freeze up. He dashed up and lost his advantage, and he still
Yeah.
throws.
Freezing.
I noticed
Up
that.
to- Oh. Oh, no.
Oh,
That low kick there, because it is linear, it is actually plus on block on hit. But he got clipped into that 5KK.
I don't know. It looks like Lefty's just playing a little bit more solid right now. And Shadows mix it up with the low highs though. But yeah, Shadow actually plays in VF Live almost every week. He usually does pretty well.
That 2-hand punch is annoying. It's plus on block. But he just lets you die. The thing's
But if you see that coming, you evade it. That's probably a really bad recovery.
Yeah, it has good recovery on block, but only on block.
Well, it's positive on block. Yeah, definitely. And you can't do the 9K and then decide to start doing stuff.
Oh, there we go. Flip flop.
No.
There we go.
He needs to learn some wall combos.
Yeah, no, I like the aggression though.
He
'cause
needs Shadow
he's
to learn a combo besides PPPK. This might be Vanessa, a lightweight character. He can get way more damage.
yeah, he can throw some jabs in there.
I like the offense at the wall. It's just,
Yeah, he gets really aggressive at the wall, but then doesn't follow it up.
Yeah, he's using 9K now, and James doesn't know that it's a small disadvantage on block, but he can still force like a punch or an elbow.
Yeah. I like the fact that Shadow actually he got it together and got that little bit of a rush.
that shoulder check at the near the end was a bit random, but it hit.
Yeah.
He needs also Lefty always tech rolls down. He needs to start using that. Every time he knocks him down, Lefty tech rolls down, and he could get a big meaty setup. Because
What's up?
No matter. Yeah.
You guys
Yeah.
continue. Go on. What are you
Is
saying?
Now he was saying about he keeps tech rolling, so if you have
Oh, one way. Yeah.
setups. Well, I don't think the direction doesn't matter. It's still
Yes, it
side
does.
roll versus.
It does.
yes, it does. Yes,
It really does.
You're crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it matters for positioning, but I don't think it doesn't change the timing.
Oh, it matters.
It
You
matters.
can OM and do some nasty setups.
Yeah. Oh, I'm right in their direction.
Yeah, do some
Oh
nasty
yeah,
stuff.
if you read it right along the correct
And
direction, then
you're
yeah,
gonna
I
read
think
it right because it goes down every time. He always
That-
tech rolls south.
yeah, that is.
They're going go old traditional punch throw. They're waiting for it.
Okay, so butterfly kick and that failed pretty miserably.
Okay.
Yeah, Lefty's getting smart with the throws. Definitely. Because Shadow is a freezer.
And that's one of the issues too. Is like when you have advantage and you have an opportunity to knock somebody down, don't be standing with some, PP or, you gotta take them down.
And also just the fact that when Shadow's trying to stand there and read the situation, he just stands. He doesn't move. Doesn't
Yeah, at least
Doesn't do
box
anything.
dash or something.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
kick
it looks like-
around. You don't really need to commit to anything, but just
There we go.
don't stand
Okay.
still.
Yeah, he stands completely dead still.
I like this this post teabagging to get the momentum up, getting your player's mental grill.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Pretty good damage off that situation too.
Yeah.
He kind of freaked out. Oh, I would do something huge. Ah.
Yeah. Pour out that 2KK. It's an amazing move.
There we go.
I don't think he knows how to deal with it even on normal hit because it doesn't jail, but he's been blocking the second kick standing when it's on normal hit.
Yeah, I think Lefty needs to utilize a little bit more of that just KK from defensive stance because that's dangerous.
Okay, he could have gotten somebody.
I mean, that KK is abusable almost.
Yeah, no, it's annoying because the second hit special high.
Yeah, it's like there's not that many moves that's like that on just a normal KK.
You go for the throw. Let's see the wake up. No wake up. Tech. He misses that. Not enough recovery. Kick to there. Low punch to throw. Breaks it. +6 doesn't do anything. Gets the throw. Still there. He turns into a linear kick. He doesn't do it. He kick roll backwards. Freezing up. Freezing up. Positive. Nothing. Failed evade.
Yeah, this is starting to get a little sloppy.
Failed 2 to please break. Nope. Doesn't break. 33% guess. And we're playing. Okay, here we go. Oh, low punch. Yeah, use that 3 PK now. Do not let him dash and throw.
Yeah.
Can't get any damage from him, so he resorts back to throw every time.
Yeah, if someone dashes, just jab.
Yeah, really.
There's nothing like you have your advantage back. So it's like
Every advantage has to be done stationary unless the movement is like a 3-3 or a 3-3-6 or something of that nature. Otherwise, you lose that. Jab will beat it
This
out.
is like it quickly turned to a game of like just virtual pussies.
Well, not necessarily.
Wow, that's rough. That's rough. That's cold. But I would have, or even just like he could have 2K'd in that situation, and because he had like you wouldn't worry about it just hitting on normal hit because there's so little life it would have killed.
And this is a really good. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
As I said, the one problem there is because you're at so low life, people are gonna be trying to read that random low. By the end, he could have also like 6P'd. Like Pie's 6P has really good range.
Yeah.
So if you try to dash and do anything, you would have gotten clipped, and that would be the end of it. And if it's blocked, it's like it's not the worst thing in the world.
Well, both of them just stood there and like blocked from across the ring from everybody. It's like, what's the point of that? That doesn't accomplish anything.
Yeah, I can already tell that after I talked to James about it, he's already going into the different stance. He has no clue what's going on. He's just doing whatever.
Yeah, he's just doing aggressive stance and just doing whatever.
Yeah.
That's his plan.
That's his stance, aggressive stuff.
That's the stance of I don't know what to do. That's the Goku no Dan stance of I don't know.
I've always found that to be very risky online because people will just kind of like default to in a lot of situations where they don't know, and it works against that.
What is wrong? The whole thing behind 2P is it's different. When you come from the VF4 era, a counter hit of P or 2P guarantees you a throw. So a lot of people do that, but also it stops people from just completely mashing a disadvantage. So I mean, there's really nothing wrong with 2P. It's just that you have to learn how to deal with it to go around it. And in this game, there's so many 2P crushes that like hide disadvantages. So 2P itself in this game is weak. It's very weak.
Yeah, they made that. They did down.
For Shun, just don't even 2P. Just don't even do a low, because almost all their moves crush it. Just don't even 2P them.
Remember Sega made it a point because not only did they like make everything crush 2P, but then they made 2P come out on a different hand just to make it more obvious.
Yeah, that's great. It still beat. I guess my point is, it still beats a lot of Vanessa's strings and offensive.
Well, that's because they're high after a certain point. It's the rule of VF. After every third hit, it's high. It's always high. No one has a string that's after 3 hits that ends low, except for like Pie's little PPP down K, and even then, I think you can interrupt it.
Yeah, but I was gonna say like a lot of Jackie's strings end special highs though. So
Jackie is a special high, special mid master.
One thing that Tim told me, and I thought it was a great idea to help me not worry about characters, is set the computer to counter hit. Like if you're having a problem with a character, set the computer to counter hit 2P, right? and then go through that character's move list, strings it all of a sudden Gene's not so scary with his guard stuff, because you can just the computer will interrupt every chance it gets to 2p.
Well, people just do that anyway. Nobody respects stances. And,
well, you gotta hit check. If you don't hit check a stance, fuck it.
Yeah, why should I respect you anytime during the game? You have to earn that. You have to learn how to. Basically, most stances in this game, unless it's like lay phase towards like a one frame stance cancel, you have to actually think about how to use it. So basically, it's like
Leon is a big example of that, actually.
Well, yeah, but you know what? With Leon, you do like your back K combos or your uppercut combos, and then you take off a little less damage. You end with back K PK, and then it gives you enough time for then the tech roll where you can implement your stance. So you have to think about that. And you know, characters. Yeah, there's a lot of. It's just you have to think about it. It's not given to you on a silver platter.
Yeah, because like Jackie's lucky because her stance moves him. So you know you don't really have to do that much setup for it. You can, and it's Sabaki's now, so it's like.
Well, I mean, it's Jackie. We don't really need to talk about Jackie, do we? I mean, it's.
Yes, we do.
A flag. Anyway,
Alright,
back to the show. Sorry,
the fires are put out now, so I can actually commentate now. So.
Shadow just won another game to see. Anybody have the game count?
It's 2-2.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. This has been pretty close.
Yeah, I'm sorry. As a resident Jackie player, I have to talk about Jackie whenever possible. I'll sit at the dinner table and talk about Jackie.
So anyway, the match. You have a match. You know, it's Shadow Master and Lefty Lizard. There's no Jackies, but there happens to be a Vanessa and a pie. So what do y'all think so far?
I think it could stand to get a little bit more exciting because they're being really, really timid.
Think so? I think they're testing each other out. I mean, like in the first attempts, it's like you have time to feel each other out. And you don't want to go all in.
I think it's a bit of both. I think
match.
they're both trying to feel each other out, but I think it's also it could be cleaner on both sides. Like I'd like to see what adjustments get made by players.
Shadow could have thrown out like a sweep or something after that jump. That was an empty jump.
Let's see. Okay.
It seems like Lefty's only way of getting in is aggressive stance and that Superman punch. That's it. That is he doesn't refuse to go in any other way. He just does the Superman punch. He's like, okay, now I do my whatever jab or elbow.
Yeah, it's like, oh,
Like,
Is
you
it
can literally
working,
just
though?
sit back
That's the thing.
and just evade it on reaction and then go, oh, free facepalm.
Is it working though? Like it apparently
Well,
is.
of course it's working. You know what?
I don't. It's not working at all. Actually, it's just hurting.
There we go.
No,
Wow.
yeah,
He's
that's a
getting
different
in.
combo altogether.
He's getting in, and that's what he wants with that punch. He wants to get in and then do his little string stuff. He's doing
you know
what he
what?
wants.
3 kg on the wall. That's it.
That sequence, it didn't work. He still got the win anyway, but he was like looking at some huge damage.
Yeah.
And I'll give him credit on his side steps. He's starting to get those in. Not enough.
Okay.
And all the damage is coming from throws and yip kick setup. But the thing is that when you make your choice in VF, you want to get your max damage. You don't want to keep making all these choices, especially when you're playing against bigger characters, because they're going to tear you up within 2 choices.
Yeah, what did Lefty do that little drop back kick for in that situation?
Just to throw something probably different in there.
He didn't need to. That was unsafe.
Ooh, the suit.
Okay, yeah, in that
Charge kick?
situation, that was good.
Plus 3, you got a counter hit. And, yeah, 3 PK mid. Yeah, there we go. We got the circular.
Shadow
Throw.
Out the yellow flashes.
Yeah. Shadow went in for his offense after getting beat up. He was like, oh no,
Make
this is
it.
my
Failed Tudo. No break.
Oh man, here we go. Freeze ray. Freeze ray activated.
Yeah, Sub-Zero's in here.
Yeah, I found like in a situation like that, you have to do something. Now, whatever you do may get you killed anyway, but doing nothing is always leads to just.
Shadow's eating these drop back kicks. He's eating them.
Okay, punching the throw. Got VF Tactics over here. 9K. Got a lot of poking. Oh, here we go.
Okay, there you go.
Full combo.
There we go. Okay, that's
Nice.
what I've been wanting to see
Yeah.
this whole time.
Wait. This
I
ain't
think he could have
nice.
done something
I'm
other
not
than
losing.
9KK there, but I think that's a
No.
point.
I give him credit for being safe.
Yeah,
like,
especially with the
here's
back
something-
turn there.
It's 3-2.
Like, you just
Here's something I noticed that I've been trying to implement in my game. Whenever you see a splat, no matter how you get there, always go for the heavy bounce. Like try to
Yes.
get that on reaction. Because with combos, you can literally carry him to a wall and then do another combo if you just practice like on reaction heavy splats.
Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Like,
can try to
that's one
practice
thing I
that, too.
noticed that makes Jacko really strong, and I
Yes,
have to give
yes,
him
yes.
props on, is because every time without fail, he's got that splat on reaction.
Yes.
And I have to give him that. Like with Jeffrey,
Wow,
even
that was
like
good.
he could end the game with a combo that just carries him towards the wall, and then he drops the combo just because he'll get that splat, and then bam, another combo from like
That's what
one
makes Jack-
right
that's
guess.
One of the many things. that
Like,
makes
and I
Jack
noticed
great.
the Japanese was doing that. Like, and they will hit that combo every time.
Okay, let me interrupt real quick. I want to give a shout out to the stream, Shinoshi new stream, Jacko's new stream, Jasmine, Dark Party Wolf from Soul Calibur 5, Blue McGee, you know, all kinds of people in here. So, you know, I want to say what's up. And then Shinoshi was asking who all was commentating. So it's me,
Crash
Black Star,
8000.
your host for Sunday Night Raw. Here we also have our special guest from BF Live, Crash 8000. We also have Shiny Brentford in the house. We also have STL Tim, the master himself. BF4
Oh,
Legend.
finally a break.
Yep. And right now it's 3-2 Shadow Lord, which, you know, I really don't want to win because I have $10, 10 Canadian dollars on the line for Lefty Lizard, you know, betting against the mic and Shadow.
Wow, he's completely ignoring that 9K on block, and he's just going for
Oh,
gold.
I know why.
He's finally.
He's just going nuts. He's just hating everything. I love it.
Oh, nice sight.
Yeah, it's getting exciting now.
Oh, whoa, I turned around and like, yo, James Kenobi taking over. Don't Lefty.
Yeah.
You know, this match is a lot closer than I thought it
Yeah,
was.
he's getting caught by the throws still though, like random throws.
They're not random. They're at like
Nah.
-6.
Alrighty.
Alright, 3-3.
Well, I think
Oh,
has he broken any of those standing throws though? Like,
No, he has not.
Neither of them has broken anything really.
All right, hate to interrupt you guys, but I want to go ahead and give a shout out to our sponsors this evening. Brought to you by Reverse Itaku. For all you VFers do, this Sabare is for you. And Jackie B's Automotive Express. For over 20 years,
He's
Jack.
not going to do anything. He's not going to be.
Oh, what happened?
Definitely happened, Jackie's. If you're leaving with yeah, then you ain't leaving at all. And Chan's Eatery.
They cut out.
I'm sorry, someone called me. It was terrible, but I'll go on. Our other sponsors are Chan's Eatery, father and daughter-owned restaurant in the downtown area. Chan's is a 15-year winner of the J6 Pastry Invitational. At Chan's, if you aren't eating my daughter's pie, maybe you need another slice. And back to you, B-Star.
Wow. Okay.
Good to start.
Back to the
terrible
match.
timing, terrible timing.
Okay, everybody's still in the Skype call, right? Because I'm still seeing issues. So,
I still hear everybody.
roll call. Like, Shiny, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Alright, Crash'em, you there? I might need to call him back, but Tim, you still there, right?
Yeah, I'm here.
Alright, so, alright, back to the match. It's 3 up. Ooh. Yo, it's starting around with 9P, are you serious?
And he actually, he got something off of the kind of freestyled it.
Looks like James Kenobi is looking for any opportunity that he goes low. So you can definitely use that 9P, get in there. If it hits, it doesn't matter. If it's blocked, it's always positive. You can press on with something linear.
Notice also even at like advantage, like huge advantage, he uses the backdash because he doesn't feel comfortable fighting up close unless he has his like string going.
Alright, we got spacing going on.
Yeah.
Get ready for the Superman punch. Oh no Superman punch.
That'd have been a super risky place to do it, I think.
My connection.
Because like if you do the Superman punch, you get hit out of it, it's a ring out,
I will get right back in there.
or at the very least a wall combo. So it's just
Well, let's be honest. Shadowloo's wall combo is PPPK, so I'd risk it for a low crush. Why not?
when that
He's not
gonna ring
making me
out.
afraid. He's not making Lefty afraid. He's respecting him. He's just.
Ooh, 9K.
Oh, but the backstern bound got.
Yeah, but-
Wow,
That's
-6
fine.
into the yip kick.
Oh, he got scared. Did the jump that, got caught.
Looks like he can't let go of the rising situation. I think Shadow Lord should take advantage of that if he sees that. He just wants to get his hooks into him any which way he can.
You don't believe how much I'm laughing right now. I'm just laughing.
Wow, that hit?
Yeah, my connection just died, so I'm back.
Yeah, I'll send you
Now Shadow's backdashing.
Yeah, what did I miss? Did I miss that advertisement for the auto server?
Down grab.
Yeah, we'll do another sponsor thing. I got interrupted earlier, but we'll get back to that.
Alright, cool.
How is Cease that needy? I don't think it matters much. He's not
Minus
punished.
15. It's minus 15.
Yeah, and he's
Actually,
not doing the
I
proper
haven't
punishment
added
for that either. Yeah,
It's minus
terrible.
15.
No,
Any
you
14
can't
frame
pay
launcher.
that.
Jackie's 3-3K would take care of that, I think.
Does he know how to do that stand?
Pi can do like a standing kick from there. She can do her 2PKK with the option select. You know, whatever way she wants to go. There's a lot of different options you can do from there. Ooh, he beat that. It was positive.
Ooh, that was almost.
There's the go-to kick for Vanessa, the KK. People always love to hoard that out. Oh!
That,
Wow.
I don't like that 3PK there because he had enough advantage that he could have done something else.
Yeah, but he didn't do that. That's the point.
Like, it just seems like
He's not forcing that. He's waiting for a whiff, or he's waiting for a block situation with something big. And when you have a big advantage like that between +6 and +9, you have to do the immediate throw or the immediate launch. And there's a, you know, stuff can come out on the wrong end. If they evade your launch, they can launch you for half-life. So
Right,
then you're
but
stuck in a situation where it's like a good advantage, and if you try to throw, then they can launch you. So it's
But you could do something there. I'm trying to think of what would be a good example of a move with Pi that you could do, like for example, sidekick.
Well, the whole ideal of +6 to +9 is to create Itaku. That's what you're trying. That's what the whole game encompasses, and also
Right.
the side stuff. But you have to be able to do that. You have to be able to read your opponent. Otherwise, you lose that advantage.
Or if you have, I don't think she has any half circular combo starters I can think of.
They take too long. Yeah.
Jacko's gonna call you out, Crash. Jacko's like, yeah, I want to beast that guy. I might call him out on a 1st to 10 because he's talking too much.
Okay, it's
Well, actually-
3-4. Lefty Lizard in the lead right now.
Well, see, that's the thing. I'm not even gonna front. I know Jacko could take me in the first attempt because I fought him a lot before, and I enjoy fighting him. But he outclasses me. I'm actually gonna be like,
Oh, boo.
Humble pie. Not
Anyway,
like this.
we gotta stop with this humble pie and BF. I don't know why everybody wants to be
No
humble.
Evan Pitt out on
This
us.
is a
That's what we're gonna
competition.
call Humble Pie now, Evan Pitt.
Everybody has to be the best. Like,
yeah. See,
Point blank.
here's the thing. Usually I'm all for that, but that's the one person where I'm just not even gonna
it
front.
doesn't matter. It doesn't
Know
matter.
your place versus the man, Jacko. I don't blame him.
Oh, that was a nice
Yeah.
force whiff on that rising kick.
Like, I
9
fought
P.
Jacko
Oh my,
enough
Evan
to
Pitt's even
And there goes your health. Oh, he missed the combo.
9P again.
Poor little
How many times
Crash.
is Shadow gonna let that happen? What?
Ah, got him in the
Rising
backdash.
up. Okay, meaty
Pitt is just a
3K.
dumpster. He
That's
talks
nice.
way too much trash.
Now he's gonna get the first hit this time.
Yeah, Mr. Pitt though couldn't take me in the first attempt because he can't even take my Sarah, and I don't even use Sarah.
Oh, Evan, you hear that? Jacko
We have another Raw
humbled
match
on
in the making. Like, seriously.
Apparently, he will tear up that lazy wolf.
Nah, lazy Jeffrey.
Lazy
Anyway,
whatever. It's
That lazy.
We'll talk
yeah.
about that after. Let's get on the match.
Ooh, yeah.
Let's get on the match.
Yeah, gentlemen, can we go ahead and stick to the topic at hand right now? Sorry.
Yeah, I was actually just real quick. I was gonna plug in the fact that just a little bit of a promotional thing for VF Live is that I was gonna fight against somebody if they wanted to fight me like after this first attempt at Shadow. So if Jacko does want to fight against me, he's more than welcome to.
And if nothing else, Shadow after this set needs to go practice combo situations. Like I'm getting kind of mad. Why? Even though he's winning, like I'm just seeing like not even just like misconversions, but just like suboptimal stuff, and it's just like
But
Yo,
that's
Dipstick
why
is
this
upset, ladies
that's
and
why this
gentlemen.
exists.
After this next match, I need an invite back into the room so I can even see what's happening.
Okay. I already started the next match, but I'll be sure to do that the next one.
All right.
Oh, Shadow, he won the last one, right?
yeah.
Okay, just making sure. It's 4 up. Ow, this is like really close. I honestly thought it was gonna be a blowout with Lefty Lizard, like to be honest, because like I did the interview yesterday with both of them, pretty much in the same room. And Shadow Lord, he didn't sound confident at all. He was like, I'm gonna lose. I'm like, what? Like, that's your answer? Like, really?
In the interview, Lefty was just talking hard.
Yeah, but he might have been just like, putting the front on me.
Oh, back throw. Ugh.
Good
Oh,
way.
but it's back and forth though.
Oh no!
Back throw was ugly.
Choke that little Asian girl out. just
Choke that dim sum right out of her body.
yeah.
Round 2, backdash to pie. Yo, 3 PK for nothing. Yo, gets caught with the counter.
I'm wondering if
combo.
James Kenobi's going to see this. Yip kick, 3 PK combos. Definitely going to make it next time.
See, like,
Something
stuff like
like
that. Like that could have ended the round right there. I'm gonna do it anyway.
What happened there?
It's just like he's doing a lot of gas. Like even though his move switch can be a little weird sometimes, he is bringing a good level of aggression.
Why would he backdash after counter hit punch? I don't know why.
Because he's Tekken. He's playing Tekken. He's not playing VF.
That sounds gross.
Yeah,
He's playing
that's a good.
Tekken. He
that
wants
is
to do
a-
whip punishes.
Hey, come on now. Let's not hate on other games here. Tekken has its good stuff and its bad stuff.
Tekken
just
did
like
have its
you.
good stuff.
Yeah,
That's, I'm just saying that's his
Tekken's
play
good.
style.
Yeah, Tekken's
I
good.
don't-
You just can't play one game like the other.
Yeah, I think that's his point. You know, it's a good game. It's just you can't. He's going for those normal.
Tekken's
trying to
not
wait
in
for
the
those
disc
whips.
right now. VF's
Yeah.
in the disc. Tekken was
Yeah,
in the
he-
disc. I'd be all about him waiting for whip punishes.
Electric Wind Godfist backdash cancel. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
All right, so are you guys
Yeah,
saying he
like,
needs
good
to,
job.
they need to play more close in? Because this is VF, so it's
Yeah.
pretty close quarters game, I would say. It's all about that knee tackle.
Well, I think a lot of the situations that they don't know how to deal with are close range, and that comes from either not studying or proper videos that have that type of stuff available for people out there that want to learn that. And then it comes with dedication and time too. So do you want to learn it or do you just want to play the game? And so we're
Honestly,
seeing
you're
that
not
right
doing
now.
as bad as some of the matches on the wrong board. So it's like they're pretty close. They're not like playing like Soul Calibur other side of the screen or like attacking or something like that. They're like
That's good.
trying to take advantage of frame advantage and things like that.
And also, I'm imagining they're not doing that Street Fighter thing where they walk back and forth in place until somebody moves forward.
Now, who walks in Tekken? Like seriously, they need to stop. I mean, in Tekken, in Virtua Fighter. See, y'all talking about too much Tekken. Y'all got me confused. Anyway, Shadow Master takes the next one. He's trying to make me lose money. Which is
This
not
Sunday's Raw is brought to you by Tekken. We're talking.
Play Tekken
If you want to
Revolution
have
online
demon
for
cliche,
free on
play
PSN.
Tekken.
We have the wrong series.
Nah, Namco's hypnotizing us.
Oh, you just figured that out?
I guess so.
All right, getting ready to start the next match.
So if
Bring
he
me in,
was
bring me in, bring me in.
playing-
Oh, man, I forgot.
I want Tekken.
Oh,
Oh, you gotta let me know, man. I'm forgetting.
I want to see him like box dashing everywhere, trying to like cancel his side steps into back dashes, and then canceling back the side failed evades and all that.
These guys aren't even using Nutaku. You're throwing fastballs at a pitcher at a catcher with no mitt. Using backdashing and spacing.
I don't
These
know,
guys
let's
don't even
look
feel
and see, though.
comfortable fighting up close. Like
Because they were using the tech sometimes. Okay,
Hold on,
3P
I'll
and
be honest,
nothing.
like
9K.
range zero fighting is hard.
There we go. 2P in the throw. VF tactics.
range zero fighting is my whole game.
Nice whiff punish. 2P. Oh, he did 2P counter hit. Did back dash. He
Got
just got
the
scared.
recover your counter on that back dash.
9P. Oh man. Okay, running catch grab. Guess it's wrong.
Yeah, Lefty's doing a decent job of getting those 3PKs to whiff. If you can make that happen, you might actually be better off doing
what? What was that? There's no punishment there. Look at this. What? Wow.
This only -9, right? It's not punishing.
Really? That
Yeah.
thing's completely safe?
Yes.
No.
This was
Wait,
Nutaku.
you're talking about the double kicks?
No, the 9K. From Vanessa.
Because he tried to do a 6P, which is definitely guaranteed
Nah,
at -15, and it whiffed.
Oh, wait, hold
Only
on.
-9.
Oh! What?
Ooh, 2KK.
Why do you
Counter
always
hit.
go for a throw, Shadow?
See, that's what I was talking about.
Sight.
I can't even see what's happening. I can just
He's not even going for guaranteed damage. He's just going for throw.
Guaranteed throws. Yeah, that's it. This isn't
It's not even guaranteed throws.
Yeah,
You can't hate on
throws
that. If
really
it works,
aren't
it works.
punishing.
Do it
There's
work.
always a way out.
You know,
I mean,
So in any game.
Like I
It's the
said,
base Rogues game. Like both of their base Rogues games are pretty much non-existent.
just
so.
let me know when the match ends so I can come back in.
Okay, it's 1-1 right now.
Okay.
Ah.
Also, I actually wanted to do another little plug, if I can interrupt for a second, because VF Live actually did something pretty similar to this, which you guys could probably pick up on and do as like a feature. We actually sometimes do versus the world. You know, when one person thinks they're just like, they should have won that tournament, they should be the best, blah, blah, blah. After a tournament, we want to run versus the world, where they do a kumite against every single person in the room, and Digital will actually tally up the wins for each side.
The Iron Man.
Yeah, 1 versus 7, and at the end of it, he will tally it up and put it up on YouTube.
Sounds cool.
Yeah. So I mean, you guys can pick it up over here at Raw. It sounds like something you guys would do.
Yeah, well, they had Gentleman Thief versus the World set up, but that got delayed because GT's TV broke. You could have done.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna try and have it. I'm gonna try and talk to GT later on. Okay, match is 2-2 right now. Right. Pretty back and forth once again. So what's going on? Is no punishment, or what do you think?
Well, no, it's not optimal. I mean, there's some stuff like that sweep got punished by a low throw, which he could have gotten a. I'm pretty sure you can launch, but it works. I think it's like minus 17 or something.
At 3 kg, full combo. Neutral throw. Oh, 9K for win. Shadow taking another one. Oh man.
Alright, invite me back in. I don't know
I
why.
really don't want to come ice.
That there was actually a good sequence at the end there. Especially since it was low life, like a jab's very conservative, but if it hit, it would have killed. If he sidesteps it, he's still at advantage. If it's blocked, he's at advantage. So there's not a lot, unless he did like a 2P or something, there's not a lot of bad that could happen.
And just to let you know, Black Star, the Hawk Strike is minus 15. So yeah,
Really?
yeah, really.
Wow.
Hey,
I
invite me
was
back
minus
in.
9, yo.
And it looked like he threw out a mid too. So I don't know if that mid that he threw out during that time was not, within 14.
It was a 6P, so it should have hit. I'll just blame lag. I would just blame lag. Everything else online.
Join the chat
Invite me back
for
in.
the big game. Lag got me. Analysis.
Some of the stuff that I don't see them when they fail evade. There's no punishment for fail evade. They're not crouch dash canceling out of failed evade. You know, situations where people get punched, they're not using like 2-8G. They don't know that. At -4, -5, when the elbow is blocked, they're not 3-3Ging and waiting for a lazy throw escape. They don't know that. Just the basic fundamentals of how to defend to keep the game going, or especially when rising attacks happen. You know, what to do when rising attacks happen. When they're blocked, when they're hit.
It seems like
Things
they're
that we
trying to
take for granted.
Black Star, you didn't invite me back in again.
I
kept saying
You gotta remind me.
I kept saying it.
It's really
My bad. Okay, I'll make sure. I'll write it down this time.
Oh my
We still
God.
got plenty of matches. It's only 6-4 right now. So
Jerky,
it
every
really
time,
looks like
every
right
time
now-
they drop a combo, you better do a spit take.
Spit.
Just
There's real like overall knowledge of what each person has to do when they have frame advantage. Like you call Shadow throwing when he has +16. Like you could do something other than throw. Unless he's
Yeah.
not working. So
Right there, yeah, you're right.
yeah,
After Hawk Strike, she can do standing K for a combo.
exactly. If Shadow's winning now, it seems like he's made the adjustment he needed. He needed to lose 4 matches in order to adjust that. But that's what it looks like. Before they were kind of going back and forth. They were each trying to get information about the other by losing a couple of rounds. But Shadow's not pulling away right now.
That's good to hear. I'm glad. I mean, not for like the bet purposes, but just for the fact that he picked up on it.
And I think that James can only pick Vanessa for the fact that she has the string combos he feels comfortable with to create those guesses out of there with advantage or disadvantage. It just kind of keeps that momentum going for him, especially if you're not savvy to what Vanessa is on block or hit or situation she has.
They both make a lot of time mistakes, like left to off to actually block one of 5 moves, but he was too far away to have it block. That's a mistake if I'm actually, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
3P.
We're all
3P
fighting
to
now.
sweep. Nice. Oh man, it's
Good
7.
combo.
Okay, 7-4. Wow.
Healthy? Okay, so he knows that combo.
I was trying to run away with it this point.
Okay.
Oh.
Make sure to invite Crash.
Oh, come on.
Thank you.
Guys might have it 10-4. That was his guess.
Yo, Crash. Yo, are you like hiding on Xbox?
No, I'm right here. I'm in the party and everything.
Oh, you in the party?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm in the party
Oh,
and
no,
everything.
Changing it today, like he
Yeah,
have to
but
make-
let's be honest, guys. I just jinxed it by calling it out, so don't worry. Lefty's gonna get another win in.
You better get another win in. I got money. I got money riding on it.
Well,
I
that
got
actually-
pesos.
that-
Come on.
More than that.
Blackstar, you got $10. Calm down.
No, 10 Canadian dollars.
Canadian dollars too.
It might be pretty strong
10
right
Canadian, like Canadian. What's a loony? Honestly, who wants a loony? I hope he sends you a loony in mail. I hope he mails you $10 and like loony.
now. Is that what they call a loony? Like for real?
Maybe
like
put some
$1?
toonie in there. You know, put some loonies and toonies. Maybe a Bugs Bunny cartoon. Who knows?
Cool, are we stopped for a while, guys?
that they have?
Did you,
Yo,
did you
Crash,
send it
you
yet?
coming in?
Are we stopped for a
Yeah,
second
I
here?
I didn't even get the
Yeah,
invite.
we'll stop for a second.
Got the
We're
invite.
trying-
Okay, cool. Hey, can I have the floor for a second? We're gonna try to plug this thing one more time for everyone to listen, since people are on watching now. So
Okay.
basically, what we're gonna do here is it's called the Virtua Fighter Trainers Invitational. We have 6 trainers and 6 students. It's a monthly gig. You basically, over a 3-month period, we're gonna be battling out to see whose teaching reigns supreme. The stipulations for each trainer and their student is they must be new to the VF series, something that nobody's heard about or talked about or even remotely seen the name. You have to get them dedicated. They can't be running off and playing every other game and known to man. So we have to have some dedication there. And third, you must commit to one character. So basically, that's what's going on. We're kind of trying to get more people into the VF, less about the the boogeyman where VF is impossible to learn, and then going through the whole entire phase of I played online, someone beat my ass, I never want to play it ever again. So I think this is a really good way to introduce people to it if people can spend some time and train somebody and honestly just sit down with them and show them the game. And if you love it, send us an email. Send Blackstar and me an email, and we're definitely going to get on it. One other thing too, but before I let you guys go, we're trying to look for someone who's a good MC with a good charismatic personality. We're going to try to shoot for having like these interviews in between the time of the 3-month period to see how the trainer and the student are doing, just to kind of get a good idea and give a persona to people in general. So just laying it out there, let people let us know. Just give us an email back if you like it or not. And thanks for listening.
Eileen,
Okay.
hopefuls, feel free to contact
Okay,
me.
I'm on my way in.
Eileen, man.
Patch is on, playing FS right now.
I'm on my
Okay.
way.
All right. So what is it called
There we
one more time, Tim? The name of it.
It is called the Virtua Fighter Trainers Invitational.
Okay, so like all you new players out there, like this is your chance to join up and like learn from like some vets, have them teach you, have them like teach you the basics of the game and really learn how to become proficient in it like really quickly. So I really would like to see like a lot of people join up, and hopefully there'll be some people on this stream that's interested in trying it out. So I'm gonna post something up later on in VFDC on the Raw thread about the trainer challenge. So be sure to stay tuned to that, and if you're interested, just let us know. Send me a PM or send Tim a PM. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. Crash them's in, so we're gonna get
Yes,
started with the
I'm
next
back.
one.
Thank goodness. Yeah, I had to restart my whole 360.
Well,
Red
we're gonna
Ring
get
of
back to
Happiness.
Yeah,
I'll
Red
come
Ring of
back.
Happiness.
Come on, Shadow Lord, it's time for you to take the gold. Tell Crown you're going to hell.
You better, Lefty, you better get your act together, man. This is like,
I think Lefty lost that stamina. I think Lefty lost that stamina. It was wide too early. Now he's like, phew. He powered
Must
down.
be.
On low punches everywhere.
Oh no, Shadow changed costumes. He's getting hyped.
Yeah, I see that.
Ugh.
And with that little bit of sponsorship, I would like to let you guys know that 2P. Have you had some today?
what?
You're daily something of 2P.
I think my favorite sponsor that the thread said was Jeffrey's Bukkake fish oil. Wait. off, just add some of this stuff.
Aw.
Jeffrey's cocky fish oil.
Because everybody's dying to help out.
I was joking about the text chat earlier, but like, I really think I might actually make a video called the 2P retrospective.
All right, let's get back to the match.
Yeah.
All right, tech roll gets caught.
Whoa, what are you doing?
No, you need to get out
Rolled
there
right out of the
break
ring
that
there.
up too late. He
Jeez.
gets caught.
I was
He's
waiting.
looking for an evade. That's what he's looking for the whole time.
I didn't
He's
know
failed
that.
evading there. Yeah. He's evading up one.
I
Got the combo. Does he have Yoki? And no, does he kick whip?
I think Shadow's
Hit.
worried.
He knows he evaded it. He didn't punish it properly there, but
Yeah, Shadow looks a lot more confident.
He's dashing in.
Ooh, failed evade. Can't
Oh,
stop.
he
Doesn't matter.
He's been fishing for that with those hooks, but nobody's home.
Ooh, nice conversion right there.
ooh,
Good
No
damage.
tech
Yeah, that last hit's not guaranteed, but he didn't text.
Oh, this might be it.
Nice though.
uh-oh, Veil Tudo, no break. And what's gonna happen here? What's gonna happen here?
Gets out the way. Oh, 9P.
Oh,
no.
Yeah.
I like that.
9P.
Okay, Lefty's getting more aggressive now, I believe.
He's doing
I'm
9P.
surprised.
He's doing his 9P to get in still. Like that's the only way he's confident in getting in.
So pretty much, if it works, like James,
If it
James
works,
Snelly
don't
wins.
fix it. But that's just like I'm just saying that's such an easy tail that you can stop.
So you're saying like if it doesn't work, he's pretty much shut down?
If I see someone spamming a move in this game, there's really no moves that spam that there's no answers to. So like 2P, if everyone wants to cry about 2P, don't cry about 2P. There's ways around it. There's tons of ways to stop it. There's counters. You're at -5 on block. You know,
Yeah, there's ways around it. Definitely.
like every time. So yeah, but yeah, that's James's.
Oh, get the advantage, go.
I want to get in thing.
High punch to 9P. Oh, carries him out
Well,
the
the
ring.
thing is, he
Okay.
hasn't really been punished for using it though. Like, it's just been blocked a lot of times. He hasn't really been sidestepping it. He's been hit out of the air a couple of times. He's gotten small combos. Like, that's
Because
a concern. But it's
Shadow does know how to handle it.
yeah,
I mean,
if it works,
But yeah,
in a way,
Lefty
keep
is
doing
only
it.
comfortable at that mid-range level. That is Lefty's sweet spot. But if he's too far away or he's too up close, he is uncomfortable. He does not feel. That's his comfy zone. So you get right in either one of those zones, he's just autopilot. He has this autopilot that you can
And
just crush.
see, and with Shadow, like the fact that he's using Pi means that he has good options in all the zones.
Well, so
like
does
he-
Vanessa.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, we already established like Lefty's not comfortable outside of the mid. but then
Shadow is using
Shadow
his Yip Kick flowchart.
yeah, but he could
That's
easily
what
use
he's
some of
doing.
Pi's
His Yip
options
Kick
from
flowchart,
every
he's
ring.
not even counting the counter hits. He's just it hit.
Exactly. His idea is that he wants to keep something active out there that hits all the time, so he can continue with whatever he feels.
He's not hit checking. He's doing a flowchart. And it's like,
Yeah.
well,
Given-
if it
given his
hits,
combos,
it hits.
is it that-
It doesn't.
Given his combos, is it that bad of an idea? He keeps getting those counter hits. So he
He's
wouldn't get the
getting
biggest
counter hits,
conversion.
but he's not getting the damage. He's not
Nah.
launching. He's just
But he
getting
wouldn't get
oh,
that damage
no.
anyway.
Yes, he will. Pie?
Well, no,
You're out
I
of your
can.
mind.
He wouldn't. That's
Pie
my
can't
point.
get damage. Pie can
Okay,
get
back to the
I-
match
I-
here. Back to the
Yeah,
match here, guys.
please. Okay, gets him with the back throw. Okay, 9K
This is the
block.
combo opportunity.
2KK.
Locked it. Got the charge kick. Yep. Went for the duck too early. Got some throw for recovery. And went for the down kick. Ah, he's again out of it. Yeah, he's doing the whole combo. Please punish that. Nope.
Yeah,
He
one
now
thing I-
knows that after the yip kick, the 3PK is going to happen, but he's not punishing it on whip.
One thing I
Relying
did
on
notice
Beltudo for
that
damage.
Lefty is like a lot more comfortable in like offensive stance.
Yeah.
Missing out on
And
some
down to the
block
wire here. What's it going to be?
opportunities,
It's going to be a low. It's a
Ooh,
mid.
mid
I think.
kick.
He runs
Okay.
into it.
Ran right into the mid kick.
Yeah,
I was actually meaning to comment on the fact that I haven't seen enough side kicks happening.
that was good space control.
Yeah.
Shadow Lord, he's pretty good at that, controlling space.
Shadow's comfy get in move is Yip Kick, I noticed. Like that's
Yeah.
his way. That's the way. Only way he likes to get in is Yip Kick.
Yeah, I've mentioned that like before this even started. It's, that
It's
is his
way.
go-to
Yeah,
thing.
and
Yeah, but either way, it controls the space in front of him. So he
Oh,
has
Guard break.
definite control of
TPP,
that.
low kick.
Yeah.
There we go. Got the can combo. Good not guard.
Oh, good stuff.
No shake.
That was, he could have evaded and punished that with a launch, though. But
Has he gone for anything else other than he's done like what one
KK.
key raw and then the charge,
hit with
the
throw.
guard break, but beyond that, I don't think he's done
-6.
anything.
Counter hit. Throw. Didn't get the low kick. Got the mid-circular is blocked, didn't do anything to it. Low punch, gets blocked through anyway. Trying to psych him out with 3P. Got with
I'm
the
waiting
2
for
KK.
that. Yeah, I'm waiting for that throw escape on that same throw that Shadow's been using every time.
Ooh.
Wow, the
KK.
smart bomb. He pulled out the smart bomb.
Whip jab.
All else fails KK.
Man, that EX high is pretty dangerous.
Ooh, ran right into it. Got the combo. Guard break,
Guard
2.
break, and
Throw whip, low punch. Punish. Nope.
Where's the side steps? Oh,
Yeah, I know.
like pushing buttons in that situation is really dangerous because there's a ton of stuff that will just ring you out at that point.
Yeah.
Well, some of the stuff that's
wow.
going on, that he's getting the counter hit low punch, but like James Kenobi's ducking it, and you can't really do that. You can't just automatically duck at like -6 to -9. It's just that's
Ooh.
hard.
I figured you
Shadow did a good job watching those mid kicks there.
Okay, Dipstick. So what do you think of the match so far?
What do I think? I
Yeah.
think it's been close. I think Shadow is either, I don't know if it's just that he's implicitly made some adjustments and then Lefty hasn't really readjusted to that, or if it's just I think it is a little sloppy at points. I'm sitting here thinking, should be a little bit careful with what I say because I'm pretty sure I would know if I was on here. I'd be getting blown up myself, win or lose. But I think that's true
they
with
haven't
anybody.
been hitting max damage combos and all that, so yeah, that could be argued. Matter of fact, they were pointing that out in the chat too, so you're pretty right about that.
Especially
but I
with
mean,
the connection going on, they definitely need to know how to like buffer from a guard position. That type of technique, and it's written in the Wikipedia. And by the way, I do want to pump up the Wikipedia for whoever made it. People just need to read it.
That's a good wiki.
Yeah.
I actually go over that in my spare time. Oh, okay, there we go.
Now there's actually two. There's the VFTC one, and then there's the Neko Dojo articles.
They're both great. They're both great. Yeah.
All right, Lefty, yeah, get the wins.
What's the score right now?
8-5, Shadow.
Okay. Shadow's almost there. He's just got to close it up.
What was that?
Down
It
hit
was
low
just
punch,
standing
waited
there.
for it. Not going for the
Ooh,
launch.
smart.
Not going for the immediate throw. The kick, he waited and reset. Got the counter hit again. Reset and waited.
There we go. Different throw.
Baiting.
Whip.
Ooh, no
2KK
whiff
to
punish.
what? You got the down tack. Whip that. Yeah, mid kick's too much.
Yep, that is.
And he got the positive. Respect the positive on block after that move. What was that, 6K? Yep.
No, that's
9KK. That hop kick?
No, the overhead. The overhead.
Oh, okay.
It's 6 kg.
Still there, me.
Yeah, 6kg, sorry. Yep.
It's a great tech roll trap.
Oh, wall throw. Bang.
She's got the
Damn
ugliest
edge.
throws. Punch and throw.
Shadow Lord, if you know that that overhead's positive, he's gonna punch out every time. You gotta do something. Use Pi's reversal, evaded.
The problem is because it's only +1, it's PPs, so you can't elbow him after that.
Yeah, you can. Elbows are 14.
Yeah, but it's only +1.
Okay. Low punch to the yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's interesting you said that because Libertine, he just said in the chat that these guys, quote unquote, these guys aren't building a game around 6P, and that's important, which makes a lot of sense. So.
Yeah, I'll agree.
But then again, like Shadow, he's not really ducking,
Yeah, I was about to say Shadow could have definitely ended that round a lot earlier.
so he can
Instead
take
of
Well,
waiting
even
for
then,
the answer now.
especially Eyes is good for beating out a lot of stuff at minor advantage because of the range that it has.
Oh yeah, frames too.
Like it's a elbow class mid that will hit at range 1. Ooh, that could have been nasty. But he actually broke that throw there.
Yeah. It's making me happy though that Shadow's playing a
let's
lot
go.
more aggressively.
No.
That was that's your wall combo.
Yeah, I know. See, just like I was saying.
There's a wall combo. All right, I'm happy now.
9-5
I saw a
Shadow.
wall combo. Good job.
Oh, I'm about to lose some money.
He only
Come on,
knows it
Lefty.
from that setup, but all right.
Yeah, I'm about to lose some money.
About to lose some pesos, some rupees.
I don't know. Lefty might get Eye of the Tiger. He might call in the Eye of the Tiger afterwards.
I hope
We've
so.
seen it before.
need to pull a tricky or something. You know, come back like 5 games down. And
Tricky shouldn't be a verb. Pulling a tricky should never be. I would never give Tricky that amount of props. Nothing against Tricky. I love the guy, but I would never give him that amount of props.
Yeah, well, I hope whatever it is, I hope he does pull the Eye of the Tiger somehow.
Eye of the Tiger. I like Eye of the Tiger. Or Spirit Bomb, or anything else but a Tricky.
Yeah, just don't pull a Crash and lose, because that's going to be horrible.
2KK. 60K. Oh, 3KP.
Loves that 3KP. I love that. Plus 3, evade. Ooh. Whip.
That is his bread and butter. That is Shadow's bread and butter. He does that a lot, and I'm surprised I haven't seen it.
Oh, good job, Shadow. Good punish.
Yeah, it looks about over.
I like it.
Oh, he's conditioned now. Looks like James is backing off a little bit with the momentum. Oh, he gets it back up again. What's he gonna do? 3. He doesn't know it's plus 3 on hit.
Man.
He's nervous.
Oh! PPPK. I guess if you
going to the stand.
Okay. Ooh, okay.
Got the 6.
Yo,
Go,
2KK
go.
is just
Overhead,
killing
no.
This honestly looks like a different Shadow than the beginning.
He's more aggressive now. He's a
up
lot
by
more
4.
comfortable.
He's YOLO.
Yeah.
I mean, everything's working, so
Yeah, he's just like, I got this now.
yeah, he's like, let's try everything.
Well, he's not really getting blown up for pushing buttons, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't given any reason to not press a button. So.
PP.
Like, that's how this game works.
It's crazy.
And see, he's even trying to control the space now. Staying just outside of range.
Yeah, that's Shadow style, honestly. That's just what he does. So, and if he's doing it all the time, that's where he's most comfortable. So, you gotta
There
be
we
in
go.
space.
There we
And
go.
his probably got them long legs too, so it's like really a problem. It might be even longer than like.
He sees the light at the end of the tunnel here.
Yeah, but Vanessa's taller, so he should
Yeah.
definitely be winning the range battle.
Yeah, they
And
both
see, he's
got
actually
really
he's
long
calmed
range.
down a bit after he's learned that the Superman punch is plus, so he shouldn't be. Oh wow, good.
Oh,
I don't know
yeah.
if that was all valid, but it worked. It should bring out. That's
Oh,
it.
that's it. That's it.
There we
That's
go.
it.
Congratulations,
That is it.
Shadow.
I've lost money. That's it. That is it. 10-5. And what is that noise on the chat?
Oh, that's my crappy Mega Man theme.
We don't
Oh,
need the
what's
Capcom
that?
stuff in here,
That's
sir.
it.
Thank you very much. You good day to you, sir.
Hey, but it's
That
good
is it.
Capcom
10-5.
stuff. It's the last good Capcom stuff.
Okay.
Which is why they never use
Good
it.
deal, man. You guys all fell for my
Really?
crap. Y'all thought I was done, didn't you?
Tricky Bucks can be a
you
verb.
got me.
I'll
You
let
like-
Tricky
you
Bucks be a
like
verb.
me.
I'll let that.
But okay. All right. Sorry to interrupt everybody, but big thanks to Shadow Lord and big thanks to Lefty Lizard. This final score is 10-5. Shadow Master over Lefty Lizard. It was like pretty much totally like a blowout, but in the opposite of what I thought it was gonna be. So But
it was exactly what I thought it was going to be.
Oh, it was pretty
I
close
didn't have-
initially.
I
Was it
didn't
like
have-
it was like 4-4 at one point, and then
yeah.
Shadow just
No.
got
Shadow Lord
this
just
ain't-
ripped
this ain't
off like
close.
5 straight.
8-10 is close. 9-10
Yeah,
is
yeah.
close.
We by chance have those guys coming in for a post interview, or they don't have Skype, or what's going on?
I think Shadow's going to get on.
Okay, Shadow's gonna be on, and does James Kenobi have that, or
I
do we
think
get
he
to talk to
does.
him?
He's the Barry
Alright.
White founding guy.
I'll see if I can get let me see if I can get Shadow on here. Alright. Where you at, Shadow? Shadow.
Yeah, I definitely didn't have a prediction going in. I wasn't sure who was going to do it.
James Kenobi's Vanessa is like Terry Bogard. He just does Burning Knuckle.
Yeah.
Knuckle.
I'll
Burning
give it
Knuckle
that.
jab.
Exactly, Shiny. Exactly.
Throw your arms out and then fly forward.
And then like if he gets froggy, he does a rising taco with that knee. Rising taco, or whatever it's called with that knee.
I think you're looking for rising tackle.
No, but I love these. I love these gatherings because you get constructive criticized, and you have to take it with a grain of salt, and you have to look back at yourself, and it makes you a stronger player than the end. You know what I mean?
Well, you don't. Yeah, like I've always said, like you don't get better by like. I haven't played Evan in a while, but has he leveled up since the massacre on Monkey Mountain? Like, has he leveled up? Like, has he really got like F that Tricky guy now and like really like leveled up and stopped following Tricky and went and tried to do his own way? Or is he still just following Tricky around like a lost puppy?
I don't
Still
know. Let's
following
see.
Tricky
He's in the
around.
chat right now. Even
okay.
Pit.
Oh,
He's in
Good.
the chat right now.
Good.
Yo, even Pit, what's the deal? Did you level up? Did you actually take some practice?
Hey, what's going on?
Hey.
Yo, it's Shadow Master right here.
Oh, Shadow, what's up, man? Holla, holla, holla.
Hey, what's going on, man?
first and foremost, Shadow, thank
Oh,
you
I
for
know, I-
participating in this and being constructively criticized. You did pretty well out there. We saw you had some troubles, but you came through in the end, and looks like you're real comfortable at the very end of it. What do you think?
Yo,
Well, the thing for me is I was just gauging him the first few. Gave him the first few rounds, so that's why it seemed like I was struggling.
oh,
You have
wow.
10 matches to figure him out. I mean,
Yeah.
and then at 5, you decide to blow him up. So, you know, we can't get mad at you.
Yeah. So what happened after? Okay, so pretty much 4-4. You're like filling them out up to that point. Like, would you say that, or was it like you were just trying stuff out? What do you think?
I think it was actually he was doing pretty good at first because usually he isn't. Well, he was playing way more defensive than I thought. He was blocking like a lot more than I thought and reacting to things better than I figured he would be. He usually doesn't react as good as that in our random rooms. I mean, I can tell you actually tried to train a little.
Okay, so you learned a little bit more about the matchup, and that helped him out, and it threw you off at first, right?
Yeah, a little, yeah. But there's
Yeah.
one thing I noticed that was obvious, that something Van players should know, like most Van players know anyway, that Lefty wasn't spamming Kixabakis at all. I saw it right away, and I just started spamming Pi 3K a ton because he wasn't doing the Kixabaki at all with Van.
Ah, I see. What was your notion? What were you trying to get with the 9K on block to 3PK? What were you thinking about doing after that? Because we saw that quite a few times during the match tonight.
Yo, you there, Shadow?
I think we might have lost him.
Ah, man.
I thought he was just thinking.
Okay, so let's go one by one about the match. Okay, so starting with you, Crasham, what do you think of the match, like up to the end?
Honestly, like at first I was really skeptical because even though they were like feeling each other out, it didn't look like it. So that's why I was being a little harsh. But they like Shadow definitely stepped it up later on. I mean, I missed like a big chunk in the middle, but I assume it was pretty good from what you guys were saying. But yeah, I'm definitely happy that like they both stepped their game up and Shadow just stepped it up just that extra notch and definitely ran away with it. Also, I'm glad they started looking at those Superman punches more closely.
Yeah, I guess he figured out the Superman punches and it just went the other way. So
Yeah,
that's
it's
what
like
it seemed like.
kryptonite.
All right, Shiny,
Yeah,
I'll let you be up
hear me
next.
now?
What did you think? Oh, whoa, Shadow's back.
Yeah, you
Okay.
finally hear me now? About time.
yeah, man.
Oh,
The call, yeah,
been on for the whole time. I was hearing you the whole time. I just couldn't talk to you.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Yeah, I mean,
You're in.
Skype, so that's all I gotta say. But yeah, okay. So let's talk about the turning point. You know, because it was 4-4, and then you got 5, and then you started pretty much taking it away from there. Like, what changed from the first half to the second half of the set?
I started spamming the fact that I found the fact that he didn't do Kixabakis at all. So I just spammed 3K and kick moves on him the whole time. That's basically it.
Okay, so you saw he wasn't taking advantage of all his tools. He was sticking with offensive stance a lot. So, you know, you saw that, and then you pretty much just ran with it, right?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Okay, because I saw you get, like, pretty much a little bit more into the match. You're pressing more buttons, you're trying more things out, being a little bit more experimental and more free with it, more flowy with it. So, you know, how did that feel good toward the end? You
And of
just
course,
felt more
at the end with
confident?
those 9Ps, I was actually trying to block half of those 9Ps, but apparently the game thought I was standing still. I had to start around and hit me with those 9Ps. I was blocking and stuff around, but
Okay. So, okay, looking back at the set, like, what do you think? How do you feel about it?
I could say a lot of things. Good,
Did we lose him
good
again?
and bad, either way. You know,
It's looking like it.
missed opportunities. And it's
Yeah. Kicks in, kicks out. Just depends on the location where he's at.
It's online.
Is he on his phone or
Okay,
something?
yeah, his phone kicked off again.
Is he on a
I can hear
train?
him through chat.
Does
but
he have that
that's
thing
it.
charged? Does he have that thing
Reynolds wrap on
charged?
your head.
It's like Shadow, are you using Sprint?
Hey, I got Sprint. Sprint's usually not bad.
Hey, he actually was playing his whole set on the train. That's actually, I want to give credit to the internet on that train.
Yeah. So yeah, just try and call back on the phone, like on the Skype, Shadow Master. Just see if you can get back on. All right. So while we're waiting on him, Shiny, back to you. What do you think of the match? Or the
I
set?
think the match played exactly how I thought it was going to play out. I think at the end of the day, well, no, timeout. Shadow goes to tourneys. Shadow has traveled. Shadow at least has some experience offline in a tourney-like setting. This is kind of a tourney-like setting, while Lefty, on the other hand, is pure online warrior. No, props for Lefty for coming out. This is how you get good. You have to come out, and sometimes you get beat, which is, he didn't get beat bad for his first time. And I think what was going to happen is, at the end of the day, experience was going to kick in for Shadow. And then it's just going to click in his head, and then he's going to win. And it's exactly what happened.
If I could chime in for a second, Shadow definitely, he brings that to VF Live as well, because every time he comes in, he always performs well there, and at near the end, he was starting to bring out a lot of the stuff he does to us, and it worked just as well.
Okay, so you see similar performance from this match as well as how you see him in VF Live, right? He didn't play it too much differently.
Because when he did that one combo off the high kick, that high kick flop, that's like I said, that was his bread and butter. He loves that.
Yeah, so his bread and butter. You've seen it before.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, the man I really want to ask, Dipstick.
Why do you really want to ask me?
I want your opinion, because your opinion, it really sticks to me for whatever reason. So, what did you think of the match or the set?
I think they have both sides could have played better, but I think it was going to be a good learning experience for both players. I think it was Tim who had noted that Shadow travels, has been to offline tournaments, probably has more experience. I think that was showing up a lot more in the adjustments that he was making. He was getting more comfortable. Lucky never really was very successful in getting him out of that comfort zone. And then because of that, I think what happened after the first 8-9 games or so was pretty inevitable at that point. I'll be honest, I didn't know a whole lot about either player coming into this.
Yeah, but usually, and actually it showed in this match too. Lefty is a pretty aggressive player. I play him pretty often. He's on my friends list. He sends me a lot of invites, and I try to play him a lot when I'm available. And he shows a lot of growth. And I'm glad he actually sticks to one character now, because that's how you learn in this game. But usually he's pretty aggressive, and it showed in this match too. But when his getting in tricks stopped working, like Shiny mentioned, when 9P just wasn't working anymore, it's he didn't have any answers to get in. He was just kept out, and that's that's Shadow's perfect range. That's where he wants you to be. He wants you to he wants to play that mid-range game. So it just didn't work out for him. So okay, so Master Tim Sensei. Your thoughts on it?
Oh, where do I start? No. From the standpoint, I did spend a little time with James Kenobi, and I don't know if he listened to me or not. A lot of stuff that he promised me was he was going to stay in a defensive stance. He didn't. Apparently that wasn't working out for him, so he abandoned everything that we kind of talked about. I was really hoping that he would pay attention to some of the situations, the WoW Rising Kick. On low, it would be +3 and take advantage of that. And I think in the heat of the battle, a lot of those situations where you had advantage, and it falls into the situation of just not knowing or what to do. And when you start losing a lot of health, that's when the buttons start flying. That's when the failed evades start happening. But having said that, I'll take it back, and I have to play devil's advocate. I appreciate them coming on, and that's great. But they should really seriously look at these videos and kind of ask themselves, I counter hit punched you, low punched you, and I backdashed. Why did I do that? Because I got scared of this or that. You have to be able to take the initiative, and you have to be able to get that max damage, and you have to be able to make the choices smaller for you to win. And it comes in time, it's experience, and don't be so hard on yourself. Just keep playing, and ask questions. That's the big thing. There's a whole web forum to ask questions. And if people criticize you, just ignore them. Get the people that are nice to you and spend time with you and help you learn. That's the important part. So I guess all in all, like Shiny said tonight, this is what I kind of expected. I didn't expect anything beyond that. And I hope I don't hurt anybody's feelings. I'm just trying to be brass tacks and make it real for you guys. That's all.
I mean, like I said, I appreciate them. Always, I appreciate all the players coming out because they're putting themselves on the line, like in the public venue, just like Gladiator. People they're leaving themselves open for criticism, but at the same time, they're putting a good show for us.
Yep.
That's why we want to see blood. We want to see battles. We want to see like people really trying to put their all in and like make the most out of their characters to win. So.
And I think that can be a good thing in a way for them if they can deal with it and take it and integrate that into their games. It can be huge. If you have a bunch of people both in stream chat and with the commentary, if they're pointing out your mistakes and they're saying, you can do this better, you can do that better, you're doing this too much, you're doing that too much, and you can actually go back and rewatch that. If you're studying the game, you can use that, and it should help. It should help you become a better player in the end.
Yeah. And I mean, it also ties into Tim's new teacher thing because if any of the teachers have watched this, they can also apply that to if one of them becomes a student.
Okay, all right, sorry. Let me see if I can get in contact with James Kenobi with Lefty. Like
Is Shadow completely gone? Like, is he?
No, he's in the chat. He can hear us.
Okay, he can hear us.
He can't call
My
the
only
group
advice
for a
for
reason.
Shadow is to rewatch this video and be your own worst critic. Because everyone's always their own worst critic. You need to watch that video because you'll beat yourself over it, but then you'll correct yourself on a lot of stuff. Like, why did I miss that? Why did I do it like that? You won. Good for you. But you could still learn from this fight like a bunch.
Yeah, I mean that's what happens when you have tournament videos or just something on the line, even if it's online.
Oh yeah, I watch my own videos and I beat myself up. Like the Jacko video, I beat myself so hard after that video. I won, but I beat myself up so hard.
Yeah.
I should have just annihilated him.
And Shiny,
really close.
Shiny, that's where it plays into that one time. I was like, I'm saving this for reference. Trust me, I saved the ones where I win and lose.
That match was so laggy between us. Where I'm like,
I know. That's why I was like,
it's like I'm fighting with bricks on my hands.
I know, that's how I felt too. But hey, reference could be, hey, this match was laggy. Let's see what works in lag and what I shouldn't do in lag. Because, being online is something you gotta keep track of.
Yeah, it definitely is.
I need to call that guy out so he can punk out on me in the forum. I'll do that later.
It's like
Rocket League.
Anyway,
Yeah, I'm gonna call that guy out.
Yeah, like I said before, I'm willing to fight some people just because I said I would do some little quote unquote promotional fights for VF Live. It's just so because we are online based, so I'm used to fighting online. So even though sometimes you'll hear me, lag, I mean, it's not like it bothers me. I expect it.
Yeah, it's just it comes with the territory. If you play VF in the West, that's not Japan. It's like you're in an online community. It's just
East
we have
Coast
to deal
internet.
with that until we all get Google Internet or something like that, or BIOS or whatever.
A Korean net.
But yeah,
and see, Shiny, Shiny, last time we played, I was still in Baltimore, but now I'm in San Antonio, and even though it drops...
Oh, if you're in San Antonio, we should have a great connection, because I'm in Dallas.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
There you go.
Okay. Hey, let me see if I can get in contact with Lefty 8. Hey, you there, Lefty?
Yeah.
Hey, man. Okay, if you got any questions for Lefty, you probably won't be able to hear him, but he'll be on Xbox chat, so you'll be able to hear him on chat. So.
Actually, I have a question. What were you thinking with all of those Superman punches? That's not supposed to be a disrespectful kind of question, but just I really want to know your mindset with all the Superman punches.
Yeah, I'll let you know when he
Stop
stops talking. So, but go ahead, Lefty.
What do you want to know?
He wants to know why you did all those 9Ks, pretty much. I mean, not 9Ks, those 9Ps. Yeah.
I was frustrated.
Shadow's the one you're asking
I
about
was
the 9Ks.
down. I didn't really have anything else. I was frustrated.
I got two more favorite characters that I like.
Okay, so he said he was frustrated, so you're pretty much you felt like you couldn't get in or something like that, or what?
I knew I was down, and
no zero, just add
Yeah,
this
man.
one. Okay.
free game.
Good stuff. And hey, congratulations Thank you.
You know, I mean, awesome to see you back here taking it and defending home turf, man. So, congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, cool.
All right.
And yeah, I mean, I think we're pretty much done for the day. So, hope everybody enjoyed UMaCon. Once again, shout out to the sponsors.
Hey, do we have some screen going on in the background? Because we hear it.
Oh, what's going on?
Yeah, like seriously.
UMaCon.
UMaCon.
Oh, UMaCon. Yo, turn that off.
Yeah,
Real?
that's
We gonna
probably-
turn on
that's
some
probably
Detroit
my
tournament. No. Anyway, what'd you say, Lefty? I'm sorry. Yo, you there, Lefty?
I was down.
Sorry about that.
Okay, I got a question for Lefty.
Wait. Let him talk. Let him talk. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was frustrated because I was down. You know, Shadow had to only win
Apparently
3 more.
he's talking with a bag of
so
chips.
I started to get frustrated, and just went downhill.
Yes.
So, are those chips Lay's or are they Ruffles? The world wants to know.
That shit's Cool Ranch or fucking Zesty fucking Fiesta stage. What are you talking about?
Cool Ranch or no, it's Cool
Nacho
Ranch and
cheese.
nacho cheese.
Yeah.
Those are the 2 Dorito bags.
Taco
Okay,
Bell
it's
box.
clear that you
You
guys
hear me,
aren't interested in what Lefty has to say, so let me go ahead and just go straight to like any advice that y'all might have from. So, what do y'all think he should do differently?
When I ask you to stay in one stance that we talked about when we trained in, you need to stay in that stance. And I'm done with that.
More
Okay.
side steps.
Next, who's up? Oh, Dipstick, what do you
I'll
think?
go up. Stop relying on Superman punches. There's jab. There's elbows. She has a great low that goes under a lot of crap. Stop relying. Yeah, like Tim says, all these Vanessas just rely on aggressive stance. I want to fight a Vanessa that actually uses defensive stance. Just once. Just once.
See, I
don't
could
even
name
know
drop
if that's every Vanessa that's in defensive stance only does KK. That's it.
I could actually name drop a Vanessa that would give a lot of people.
No. Let's go on.
I know. I'm not gonna. I just said I could.
Okay, next up, Dipstick. Advice, go.
I think this is something that applies to both players, honestly. I think they need to drill their fundamental defense more. There really wasn't anything in the way of like stroke-escape guard, or even sidestepping that much. Never mind like evade dash cancels or anything like that. I think what would really be helpful is to basically pull up, like in training, just go through all like Vanessa's or Reprise or whoever's moves that are -5 or less on block, and just drill doing the move on block and then fuzzy, and then like set it so that they either get block or hit, and then drill. You know, if they block it, fuzzy. If they get hit, do a move. You know, stuff or throw them, stuff like this. It's something you have to integrate into your game. You have to be able to do it without thinking, or it's not gonna work.
Muscle
Okay.
memory. Yep.
Okay, so last up, Crashing. What you got?
I think for both players, try to forget the number 9 a little more. Start flipping that thing over and turn it into 6.
Okay.
So more elbow, but nobody was crouching, so it's like there's no
still-
need for it.
But still, like, you can force the crouch because then you throw out those elbows, mix them with some highs, and get people guessing, and then they'll start crouching. You can throw the elbows back in. Or you could even throw in your 9s when they, you know... You gotta get them to respect you.
Yeah,
And
9
high
is specifically for
60s.
blowing up 1 or 2P, pretty much, so...
And high 6P would be good even if they don't crouch, because like if you're at range 0 and then you block a jab and they try to backdash, it'll catch a lot of characters' backdashes.
Yeah, and honestly, not to like throw everybody's least favorite character back in, but learning Jackie, I learned that elbows win matches.
Okay.
Like, elbows help. And yeah, they should definitely use them a lot more instead of their like jumping crushes and stuff.
They're trying to like air dash in like it's an anime character or something.
Exactly.
Well, you know, of course, this is an online game, so, you know, honestly, it works a lot. That's why he uses it a lot. So when you get used to using a lot of stuff that works, you might come across a player, you never know who it is, to where they just blow it up. And if you don't have a plan B, and this is just a lesson that where you just need a plan B. And that's like the, you know, always on lesson for VF. There's always a way out. There's always no way around it. There's
It's
nothing
like-
that's foolproof. This is not Marvel. So, you know, things
So it's
happen.
like, try playing a whole match without using 9 anything.
Yeah.
See how
so
it goes.
That happens.
Well, I would like to first and foremost, before we close shop tonight, thank our sponsors, and if I had a minute here. So, this show this evening, Raw, session number 4, was brought to you by Reverse Itaku. For all you do, all you VFers do, this Abari is for you. Also brought to you by Jackie B's Automotive Express. For over 20 years, Jackie has been beat-knuckling prices in half. At Jackie's, if you aren't leaving with a yeah, then you ain't leaving at all. And Chan's Eatery, father and daughter restaurant in the downtown area. Chan's is a 15-year winner of the J6 Pastry Invitational. At Chan's, if you aren't enjoying my daughter's pie, maybe you need another slice. Now back to you, B-Star.
Wow.
And also VF
Wow. Wow.
So Black Star, next match, the troll match.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that in a little bit. Yo, let me thank the players first at the very least.
Yeah, definitely.
I wanted to get more out of them, but to be perfectly honest, this is why you need Skype. It's really hard to like.
It's free.
Talk back and forth.
It's free. It sounds better than an Xbox Live mic.
Yeah, and the Xbox chat is just really hard to hear on.
And you can get Skype on everything.
But I want to thank you guys for showing up. Like Lefty, like you put yourself in the line. Like you're a new player. Like a lot of new players are really scared, which I want to beat the fear out of them. And you're one of the first ones to do it. So I'm glad you came out. Proud of you, man.
Congrats.
You did pretty well. And then you're there, to take the criticism like a champ. So we appreciate that, man. Thanks for coming out, showing your Vanessa off. And Shadow,
for having me.
Yeah, Shadow, you proved me wrong. Like you made me lose money. Like I want to slap you, but at the same time, I want to pat you on the back at the same time too. So like watch out. Don't make me come across and see you in NYG. But at the same time, congratulations on your win, 10-5. It was pretty convincing. You did really well. Like you had control of the match. You knew exactly what exactly what to do. I'd say. So thanks for coming out, man. I appreciate it. All right, and and I guess that wraps up Raw number 4. 10-5 in favor of Shadow. Gotta pay my 10 Canadian rupees to Kamayas. I'll let you know what the deal is after that. I mean, after
I'll probably tell you on the thread. It's funny. Loonies.
The loonies.
Loonies and
Canadian loonies. Is that what they really called?
Yeah. It looks like Monopoly money. It's like pink.
A loony is a 1 and a toonie is a 2.
Oh my God. That is so. Yeah. I have no words for that. I don't even know what to say to that. Okay.
Canada, man. Yeah, they're very real. It actually held them. They exist.
Okay.
This is sponsored by Canada. It's so close to being somewhere so great, but they can't be there.
Wow. Canada on blast. To all our Canadian VFers like Kobe and whoever else. So
Kobe, Kamayas, I think IU Fanboy. I think there's a couple of other guys. I think that Vanilla Tears Crybaby's on there.
I thought they were all Seattle. Are you actually in Vancouver?
No. There are a lot of Seattle players though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Starbucks.
All right, let me get to the final words. So let me start out with Shiny. You got any final words, shout outs, or plugs that you want to say?
I've been stroking the fires to this troll match and been watching Snakeball sweat over and over, and he's gonna get his dues. And I think all the PSN players should be more aggressive with him to tell him stop being a baby.
Okay. We got 31 people in the chat right now. We got Kamayas, we got Libertine, we got Brody Man, we got.
Should we reveal who the mod is? The secret mod? The mod's in the chat.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's reveal it right now. I'll let you reveal it.
Our execute. Can I have a drum roll?
Wait. First of all, let's go over the match. Let's go over the match.
Is a gladiator your banned match. Loser is banned from VFDC. That's right. No more messaging on the forums. No more of the shout box. I know you might have to play VF now. Oh no! What a punishment!
Oh no!
Oh no!
Is this a permaban?
Yeah, permaban. We got a mod to agree to it.
We got a death match going.
So who's in it? Who's playing?
It is Ecstasy. I think that's his name. Exzesty.
Exity. I think Exity's
Eczema.
Just call him EXZ. Just call him EXZ.
Because this is my assassin. I think PSN paid this guy to take out Snakeball. So, Exity versus the infamous Snakeballs, the puller of pullers, the lag switcher of lag switcher, #1 on the leaderboards on shitty PSN.
Yo, but he's a Stormlord, right? He's got to be good.
He's a Stormlord. He's got to be good.
How do you get to that? How do you get to that rank? I mean, you have to be good to get that rank, don't you?
Man. PSN accounts are fake, so you can just make it a hunter and then
come on, that guy's got to
fantasy grind it out.
Yeah.
So you
I mean,
saying
people boost in arcades. This arcade, like most of the top ranks in even the arcade version of VF are fake. It's like
Yeah,
what
they're
3
fun.
legit Skylords or what the highest rank is. I don't know. It's and the rest of them are just frauds. Like you tell, if people do it there, yeah, like all the top ranks on the PSN are fraudulent.
Oh yeah, there are like 30.
Worse
There are
than
like
that,
20
yes,
fake
Jack,
trophies.
he is Darth Minion Mach 2. He is version 2. He is the final showdown.
Okay,
Yes,
okay.
that's
So back
right.
to the match.
You can-
Back to the match that's coming up next week. Is gonna be Saturday at the 9th. It's gonna be XD's at Kage player on PSN versus the infamous Snake Boss, who everybody hates on VFDC. So this is gonna be a UR ban match. Their account
And
is
our
going to be banned.
executioner is.
Drum
Drum
roll.
roll, please, someone.
I
Our
didn't get the YouTube
executioner
video for
is
this, but
Shag.
Shag.
Shag, pull the plug on him.
Shag in the chat. Yo, wait for it, Shag.
Wave. The light's on you, Shag.
Somebody's like, I knew it.
Look, they're going nuts. Shag.
Yeah,
Thunderdome, man. 2 men enter, 1 man leaves, and not allowed the message.
Master Blaster.
Master Blaster.
Black, I have a
Okay.
question for you. Because I think it's at least even odds that Snake Boss ducks this match. Do you have a plan B?
Oh no! Loser is banned. Like there is no way around it. Period.
That's a forfeit. That's a forfeit if you
Forfeit is a loss.
Yeah.
Like end of story.
And he keeps trying to bring up these, well, he moved it to Saturday. No stipulations. I'm like, no. We're like,
No.
I'm like, Black Star's like, no. The only reason that this match is happening is because the only reason anyone even wants to face you in a first to 10 is because of this stipulation. There is no walking your way out of this. If this match doesn't happen, if you'd want this match to not happen, the only way it's not going to take the stipulation out is if you blag and plead to Exidy or whatever to please take the stipulation off. I don't want to. I want to go in the shout box and say "Sups, peeps," and no one says anything and then leaves.
Okay. So long story
Alright.
short, we got the UR band match coming up. It's gonna be Saturday, the 9th.
Time.
On it's probably gonna be like 7 p.m., 7 or 8.
Oh, okay.
I gotta talk
Snake
with
Boss
them.
is on Skype. He even sent me a message using a crappy Solid Snake soundboard. So
Oh,
I hung up.
Oh, so
Yeah.
he definitely has no escape now. So yeah, he's gonna come aboard.
And
I'm gonna make
Exidy's
sure he
on
gets on
Skype,
Skype.
too. He gave me a message. I couldn't answer because I was offline playing VF.
All right, so good. That way, hopefully, we'll get some interviews with them and all that, and then they'll
Yeah,
be in
we'll
for
give them their
pre- and
interviews. We'll
post-commentary.
give Snake Boss's words.
Because
Yeah.
the only
Okay,
reason
so-
I asked what time is because Saturdays and 9.
Yeah, it'll
is
be
also
Saturday
the-
the 9th. It'll probably be at 7. I didn't really ask them the time yet, but it'll probably be around 7 or 8 Eastern.
Oh, get
So
ready
check
to get
around
like
there.
7 different times from Snake Bosses.
Yeah.
I don't know. My mom has to pick me up from soccer camp.
Okay, so that's the
VF
main
Live
bout. We
is
also have an
9
undercard
Eastern.
too. So that's the main bout. We also have an undercard too, and it's gonna be me, my first exhibition versus Kamais. So it's gonna be a VF Circuit run back because he blew me up in VF Circuit. and I'm
Canada
kinda pissed off
versus
about it.
Georgia on PSN.
Oh yeah, and then it's
Oh.
gonna be
Wow.
Sarah versus.
Good luck, man. Good luck.
It's gonna be
Good luck
Sarah
to
versus
both of you on
Jeffrey.
that.
That's
I
gonna
hope
be
that
the room
match.
match?
I hope
Oh,
you
alright.
actually stay inside the match for that fight.
It's gonna be a
Yeah.
room match. I don't care if
Oh,
it drops
man.
or whatever. It doesn't
It's
matter.
gonna drop.
The only thing I really want to know is that do I have to buy my tickets early this week? Because I'm guessing that France is going to probably buy the first 3 or 4 rows, right? They
I
wanna
guess
see
so.
this.
It's gonna be full. It's gonna be. Oh, now I think about it. Okay, I'm late. Yeah, I just got the reference. So.
I'm kind of disappointed. I kind of want to call Kingo a fraud because it's like, who's Exidy? Oh well, he wants to do it. I'm like, where's Kingo at? We're me and Black.
Yeah, where
where's
is
Kingo?
Kingo?
Where's
Where is
Kingo
Kingo?
or Kamaias? Why'd they punk out but not Ex Benedict? You know, I should. He's our
Well, what do we-
assassin. I shouldn't joke on him. He's a cool guy, and I've been talking with him. Like,
That's if you want to see Black Star, Snake Boss. Oh, terrible mistake to make.
How you get us mixed up? But go ahead.
Don't ask. If you really wanted Kingo to play him in that set, like you guys would just ban him straight out. Like that would be fun to watch.
boy, we are.
Okay, let's go ahead and move on to the
Straight
next thing. Let's
straight
go on
out.
and move
All right,
on to
let's
the
go ahead
next
and wrap
thing.
this up.
All right, this is okay. That's gonna be next week. So Saturday the 9th. It's probably gonna be 7 or 8 p.m. Just check the raw thread on VFTC. You'll know for sure. You'll have that information on there. But it's gonna be me versus Kamais undercard. It'll be probably 1st to 7, I think. We'll see. So just check the thread on that. And then the main event will be the UR band match, which is XDZat versus Snake Boss. So tune in for that. this Saturday on this channel. So okay, so let's go on to Dipstick. You have any final words, thoughts, shout outs, any plugs, or what you got?
Last final words.
I'm glad. I should thank the players for coming on again. It's really hard. If I was new, I would be, even now, I'd be a little tense about doing it, but I didn't know I'd make a ass of myself anyway. For coming on, and I hope it was a great experience. I'm glad that you let me come on and do commentary for this. Good experience for me as well for doing that. For sure, if I ever have to do an offline event again, and I really I really hope the match next week happens. I honestly don't think it's going to happen. He's gonna just dodge all day, but I think that's something a lot of people want.
Oh, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
Don't worry about that.
I will make it happen. It is a great man promise. I will make this happen. I got a mod. I got this. I said the climb. I am building Thunderdome as we speak with me and Tina Turner.
Yeah,
it's going to happen.
Wow. Well, anyway, Hell in a Cell next week. Okay, next up, Crashing at 8,000. I'm about to call you 800. Crashing 8,000.
That's
represent
that's like
VF Live. Yeah, I'm way off. But go ahead, man. Tell us your shout outs or your plugs or whatever else you got. Oh, yeah, this is your time to talk about VF Live, too.
Actually, first, I actually got a request. My girl actually wanted me to plug her in here. Yeah, because she's been really interested in Virtua Fighter, and she's like, "Oh my god, I never played that before. It's so awesome, and I want to play it. So yeah, she wanted me to give her a plug in this. But then,
okay, what character does she play? Let me get to that real quick. What character does she play?
She doesn't know yet. She likes how Go and Taka look.
What? Oh!
Wow.
Yeah, she thinks they look cool. She also thinks Wolf looks cool.
That is cool.
No, we don't need any more Smurfs in this world. I should be the only Smurf. I need to be a delicate.
Okay.
I'm a delicate snowflake.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyways, VF Live every Thursday and Saturday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, and it is we're actually trying to work on getting more capture cards and stuff so we can have more rooms. But for now, we can only support 8 people. But if anybody has capture software and wants to help us, get videos recorded and stuff, go right ahead. We are definitely looking to increase it to 16-man tournaments. And the rules are, each match is best 2 out of 3. It's double elimination. Grand finals is 3 out of 5. And you're optionally allowed to switch sides after each match, and if you lose, you can switch characters. If you win, you got to stay on your guy. Arcade rules. Okay. And it's all about the sport. We will be starting to keep track of the stats. We'll have seasons, and you can definitely talk to me, Bloodstyle, or Digital Samurai if you have any questions, because we're the big 3 of that. And we definitely look forward to having, new people come in, because VF Live is definitely a good venue for new people to come in and test out what they've learned from everyone, from Raw, from just advice 101, from random rooms. You come and apply it there and see if you can, take the championship.
Okay, that's what's up. So VF Live, aka the VFL. So, somebody come and try to take the VFL Cup. I'm gonna probably play in it myself, because there's more excuse for me to play VF, and I want more people to play against and practice against, so I can get better with my Sarah. So check it out. It's on VFDC. What's the thread name?
I'm actually not sure at the moment, because we had a thread going a while ago, and it's kind of died down since then. But I'm sure we can find it, because if you look up Pit or me or something, he's posting it a lot. And
yeah,
once I hop on the VFDC, I can definitely throw up a link.
So, but it's in tournaments and event sections, right? Rather than Xbox Live or something like that.
I think it might be under Xbox Live. I'm not sure.
Okay, so be sure to check out Xbox Live. It'll be VF Live, definitely.
Yeah, but I was wondering actually, if we had any time, if I could just run a match or 2 with you, Blackstar, because we only got to play that one time.
Oh yeah. After this, after the end of shoutouts, we can play some matches. Now I'll go ahead and lead the stream on it. But
definitely, because I actually made some. I made myself 2 Raw costumes.
Cool. Okay. All right, and last but definitely not least, Sensei himself, Master Roshi over here.
Stop.
Him, Sensei.
First and foremost, I'd like to thank the players for coming out for tonight. You guys put on a great show, the best way that possible. Like everyone said today, they give you the friendly advice on what to do. Get out there, This game is definitely not a game that you want to sleep on. You have to work at it and get better. And saying that, we'll go on to the next thing here. I'd like to give a shout out to Crash'em 8000, Bloodstyle, and Digital Samurai for coming in, doing their plug on their show. These guys are down to have a good time. I've been in many of their matches. You're going to have a great experience. They're just having a fun-loving crew. And I also like to give a shout out to Blackstar for making this all possible. Without him, definitely we wouldn't have this today, and it's grown exponentially beyond what we want. Big shout out to the Twitch viewers. Without you guys, we definitely wouldn't be anything, and we're really trying. So send us in your information on what you would like to see. We've talked, Blackstar and I, frequently about this show, and we're trying to add more and more things. And it's going to take some time, but give us a little bit of time. We'll get there for you and what you guys need. And last but not least, the VF Trainers Invitational. Definitely, we have 6 spots available. If you do anybody that you definitely want to pull out from a different fighting game community, let us know. You can email or a PM to one of us, Blackstar or myself. And we're trying to at least give around a 3-week to 4-week period to where we get the players in and settled. But I think it's going to be fun. It's going to be a positive way to get VF back up where it should be. And we'll probably see a lot more players out there on the weekdays. And, well, thank you and for showing up tonight. And we'll see you next week.
Okay. And shout outs to like all the people that show up in the stream. We got 30. I think we topped off at like 31. We got Akuma001. We got Blue Link. Cool McGee. Cruz in here. Yo, Dark Party Wolf. Yo, we got a bunch of people come. Ice. Yo, Host Masters crew. Whoa, what? Okay. I can't read that name exactly.
Oh, that's actually one of my boys from back in Maryland, Master Scrub.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yo,
he actually shows up in VF Live sometime. He's an Eileen player.
Yeah, thanks for showing up. We got Liquid Butt Cough, Lifeless, we got Libertine, Even Pit, yo, Unicorn, Bloodstyle, Zast, Ultimate Troll 88, Jacko. Yo, what's up? SSXual over here. Yo, check out this XSX stream. Georgia Play over here. Yeah, Space Time, Shadoshan House, Shag, the mystery executioner over here, Master Snake, got a bunch of people over here. So yeah, thanks everybody for showing up, watching Raw. Yeah, it was fun. It was a blowout. I lost money yet again, but there's the breaks.
Stop betting.
Yeah, I don't like losing. That's why I usually don't bet.
This is actually the intervention Raw.
Yeah. I went to Evo and I didn't spend any money on craps or nothing like that because I hate gambling because I hate losing, and this is why.
See, Master Scrub goes to Evo, so you probably ran into him a couple times without even knowing.
I might have bumped shoulders with him or something like that.
I've gone every year since I think it was 07. Jeez.
Man, you're right there down the corner, man. I'm kind of jealous actually. Man, over there in AZ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easy drive.
I guess I'll just wrap it up right here, This is Raw 4. And thanks Shadow Master and Lefty Lizard for coming out. Shadow Master blew up the spot, taking out Lefty 10-5. And thanks to Stream Chat for coming. Thanks for thanks to Crash'em 8000. Thanks to I'm about to call you like Dustloop. Dipstick. Man, I've been playing too much Blaze Blue.
I'm this close to playing the Oscar music, Blackstar. Come on, man. This close. You thanked everyone.
Yeah, okay. Yo, Brent, thanks for coming out. Yo, Tim, Sensei, Roshi Sama, thanks for coming out. And then, that's it. So, I'm going to leave the stream on because me and Crash, we're going to play a couple. And, catch you next week. So, Saturday.
Yeah.
Come Saturday.
I have one question for you. Have you thought about doing this live, in person at events?
Yeah, I would like to. I'm about to do an event because I ran the final round last year, the VF final round VF tournament. Yeah, I'm gonna do it again this year, and I got to put the thread up, but it's already announced. I just got to put the thread up, but hopefully we can have some Raw First Attends live there. And then by the way, self plug, come to final round because this is one of the greatest tournaments ever, second biggest, right behind Evo, and we're gonna have VF. I'm going to be running it, and it's going to be a $500 guaranteed prize pot. So, at the very least, that's added to the actual pot is $500 on top of that from me. So come in there.
You're putting that money up yourself? Wow.
Oh, yeah. My sponsor, Gaming Arcadia, is going to be doing it, but I'm part of the group. So so be sure to come to that. We want to see more VF and some actual offline tournaments. We want to see VF players play in person, face to face, not just online anymore. So just 3D games in general. We need more of that.
Yeah.
So hopefully we can run some raw first to 10 there. I'm trying to stream
and
it too.
I will speak for that. I've gone to final round a couple of times. It's a really great event. It really is the second biggest tournament in the U.S. after Evo. It's huge. It's gotten really huge. Like their Tekken tournament every year is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
And even now, like I went one year, they had like 100-person tournament. I'm like, who the crap? Like every game, that was like the smallest game. And it's just
every single one of their players in their whole community.
They go to the MLT players. They go to NEC and final round, I think, and that's the main ones they go to. And then they get people from like Mexico and Japan. It's like everybody comes to final round for every game.
No, I actually run Guilty Bread, so.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh man, you could teach me how to play. What's her name? The chick who plays like Akira. Miyako.
Yeah,
man. I've been trying to learn her.
Like she needs to learn more because she has 2P, but she punches down at the ground. Straight.
No man, she got Tetsuzan code. That's all I need, and then she got Rimon Chochu, the elbow, the super dashing elbow. That's all I need.
Oh, that thing's actually really good for mix-ups because like it'll randomly cross people up, and you're like, what? And then they get hit and they get killed.
Oh man, yeah. So I'll probably play more like Crescent Moon, like Miyako. I really need to just learn the game because I suck at it. But yeah, come to final round. What's up, Shidosha? Yeah. But yeah, that's it. I guess I'll wrap it up. Crash, you want to play?
Yep.
All right. So peace, y'all.
I quit this bitch.